I was your mom. Good evening. Yeah, Baba GYASO Jumedi live on 101.7 FM. To me, the VIM lady, AFIA POKUAA. Sakodia suni echego because there's pure wisdom. I want sema sakodia air canoe. At the end of the day, no Ghana for no more na power ekutamo. What you say, democracy. It means that power belongs to the people. And one thing we important in edu 4 years. Bia politician be one more bet na that. They will come to your constituency. They will come and ask for your vote. Now so they are more. O pese Ghana sesan said the auto abano. Because you try NDC, you try MPP. Omu nyina ya more ample time. Ya more be 2 terms. Oma penny Rollins, oma penny Prof Mills, and President Mahama. Ya more nyina o kan 8 years combination of Prof Mills and President Mahama. 8 years, 16 years. Ya ma President Kufuor also 8 years. I'm President Akufo-Addo 8 years muna by the end of 2024 you better but 8 years. It 16 years for each person. The question is to NDC ni MPP no at the Ghana call saying if you are not happy about Ghana enya 10 years nya so back for camera na mu didi atem eno no en solve the problem and change the taxes na ye tua no it will not change it and Ghana nya need Ghana na ye time no it won't change it na Ghana nya need asemba akona Bob Marley kan emancipation of mental slavery adwena Ghana fo ewo no aye nya adwemone no de bia ne NDC ne MPP fo na wosika omne ba beche bentoa omne ba beche sika omne ba beche credit omne beche t-shirt omne ba beche ogoglo apio no the t-shirt ya peso munkoto abama me ni edi abato yechi na every election bia na mrantie ne mabawa enyo omo maame enyo omo papa na contest no omo kowu ewo elections mu and you are still doing what you are doing oto abana mapa me say Ghana umpe said the Ghana tie you don't like doom so ye to pipe mo umpe Ghana ye fi umpe don't be a hypocrite de bia ya mu kasa ase ne candidate na journalist for na mo nka no kre na journalist na to abama o say if journalist to enka no kra to abati journalist no only that you won't vote for the journalist. You won't vote for the media house, but you can decide. I mean, zero. You can decide that no, I disagree with this person. But why not power kutano? Power kuta journalist who? Power ekuta politician no. One now cause lie eto abamano. You don't realize how powerful you are. Power now ukutan. How powerful you are. Who is so powerful as a voter, as a Ghanaian. Who is so powerful, but also better man this MPP. Now you do so bad. Now I know them now complaining. MP ba constituency o peska obeje de o ba hospital MP ba gota no nka ho asem o efi no nka ho asem school na nkola no ko no double track no nka ho asem o dia ne se ma honorable do honorable o de na no picture bi e ba social media honorable bi akoba bi no biga na ni wa da fo se honorable tietia me so ahe na oje tietia me so don't worry. Me say politicians, as long as you helium said you helium, they will continue to do what they are doing and not account to you. They will not account to you, but then your major issue was you can't want them. Apart from them, my baby trend, no, abandoned project. She said, President Kufuor time or buy or not, sister, who say, Ghana, your housing problem, housing deficit. Baby, omudo mutiba to a problem. That is what to say, Bini Wawa broche. Ukwa broche, Neko, New York, or Florida. Ube unko form the double team, but we are junkies. Most of them, or boy, no a junkie, no problem. Not double team. So homeless people, they be baby, but they na abang ye ewo. They na abang all ye ewo. And only major issue. President Kufuor buy no start affordable housing project. NDC buy NDC and Twaso. NDC yes on be STS Korea. And I know a manson or companies now no more STS Korea ni na Pascal. Actually, President yes another affordable housing project. I'm omuko be a city of hope cry. Na RG pay on na oye in charge. Na ko mo yesa ko memma ni sika bia ko de be ye project. Obi abon sem. But others raise alarm. And one so ye hu de ekosi ye. Na nanado any MPP samba power bio. Affordable housing so sa. Afeni hu se TDC no kwa TDC Tema Development Corporation. Company no. Oba abesia na da no. Antiale so no. Ana wan na say ade affordable housing ensuo ni wo kan ani wo. Hwan na be kwa kotinam. ensuo ne wakane ani wo enti ono oba abesi antiale so no mpo na atwe kane ani nsuo no de akọ but still ye nyina anim say edan bebre wo hono man kofo pe baby do muti ato munya baby o mu do muti beto. What are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, you mean virus now say state housing wo ma force yesi adenta housing wo ma wie ne kama say yentna ma ne say nti at least wo be force yaso wo be say wo ma wie edan no na man kofo akwakote mo yes I edan bi na ye the politics say ya Ghana sa we ba yentoa so we ba yenye enye priority yenye eso Ghana for tax ya yesi yenso no no ye de koye yo Ghana for tax money na yesi enso esua ye de koye project ane ye de adane amanyosem eti road we kra na party be ye say de be mentoa so enye me priority ni ye jana road na ye na ye halfway na say tutu. That is why every day be me bo President Mahama any President Kufuor abaso tema motor run about President Mahama time and almost start here President Kufuor buy no mo je first Japan GYASO and no mo wie o masan ye na advance cry mo man tier 2 e dey account he. That is when you are serving the people. Oh boa o man for no na nya say nda NDC MPP so NDC ni MPP ye nyina na ye kodwom NDC MPP o mu mienu nyina akọ agbogloshi market o mu nyina akọ adeso market kwase EGYASO market they all go nti wo ga nani na wo to aba na wo say wo de wani to from now say ya try NDC ya to MPP. What is the future of Ghana? Me say opese Ghana sesan vote. Power no politician be anyone more powerful than you. Because before politician ibenya power na e constitution. Now what to aba man so nkot now. If you don't like the way Ghana is going, sesan wadwin any sikana Ghana for years say you better aba only for the person who gives us money. Se nipa na ma osika won to aba man no. Indum ba ha ye hu no. We've had very good people ba which make sure no say independent candidates we ento man oh we odi agro oh we sa Ghana for sa koche France for to Obama Macron French for president Macron Abrantie kra no sheda ni ma he bia in politics but they voted for him. Dan say countries bebre koche Sweden young lady o ma to Obama no Ghana for say bold near say be thinking outside the box. Nia will try somebody who is giving us new ideas. And yes, Moteka Kwan cry ton idea say o mo so near pese Ghana so yes so at least anye ye kra capital Accra ni Kumasi and yes say Dubai say hey yanto ma. Ya pese circle yet to say Dubai hey yanto ma. Mahama yes circle Dubai hu nkofo na Mahama wa me baby yanto eso na circle Dubai ne babu sa Mahama na kasa. How many times na Mahama for circle Dubai kwan so? Pa wa ya Ghana for me boa. Wa ya Ghana for how many times na Mahama nanka so fa circle Dubai so? How many times and of circle Dubai ne so? And so ne ma e da utu ye ne antoma we never want to change. Ye num suo nchen ope, ye nchen ye say ye be tie yam kom kakra for the future good of Ghana there be. Ye pene yan konkwa. Ghana for pene yan konkwa, nenkwa ye nyina peti e didi. But we don't want to do what it takes for Ghana to become like Dubai. By a kwa jina Dubai ni a picture. Say na Ghana and I look at Dubai. Dubai okay so much social media. Dubai WhatsApp pokran to enye juma. Dubai video call, WhatsApp video call enye juma. Ba o Ghana freedom ya kasa sa. O pese Ghana so ye ti say Dubai. Country so mu nyini no for instance Rwanda no me ade freedom sa ni o. Freedom sa eniwa. Koto ade o ka kwan wo Dubai ya be show. Bagana yem free kwano krama cars num flow kra hey yanto ma o mo so fit tata kwashi yanto ma u wi apese Ghana da ni Dubai u wi apese Ghana da ni New York ebeche pa because politicians no so yanto ma nti ono so atiada yanto ma nti politicians no so atiada and yes so we will not even question the politician ye pese journalist dey question ma yen wo a wo kogina wiem Anajo kosa like this election anajo the day before voting day 7th no na nkonfo do mu nkonya kosa lie ebi mu di kuntu egu am ho adanya me twen abato uwi a o se journalist dey go busa question ma how many times are you questioning your MP? How many times na wan kasa question your MP u minister o question no mo di adani NDC ni MPP journalist no kra ko question NDC MP o ko question MPP go hey na ya so anu ni di journalist na tem na say journalist decide say omun kasa biem na mu boafu me say country broke country no broke who day inside until people begin to have the balls to question the politicians they voted for until you become bold enough. Say nipa na wa do to me man so kwata jubilee no nya adwuma 1.0 ministers. One question, I don't expect anybody to question the person for you. Because the journalists can also be corrupt. The journalists can also be bad. It is a one your homework. I don't expect the journalists to work for you. They say, one kasa, you must be the first point of accountability. How many times are you questioning your MP and our minister? And I'm you do honorable there. Hey, I bet Thomas, I because I just crash your bottom. Honorable, I bet Thomas, I unkobusa wakwan. Unkobusa gota. Okwa honorable na o ya ejuma ma o. Ya ejuma ma ye nwa atia. Honorable ba no we ntwapru sen kra hey, about 20 o. About 20 o. Any ye ne. We have sold our votes. We have sold our conscience for money. And the politicians will steal the money and come and pay you the 10 Ghana. Pay you the 50 Ghana. No one wadada. Until we should be there. And the issues be trend there. Anthony Nukpenu, a greater Accra region organizer, my NDC, Amenyoko, Beba Studio. And hope seeing Yaovi Adoyesu, a former parliamentary candidate for man for work, Katamanso, about on Besaso. I didn't see any started Ghana on my project, and near abandon. Affordable housing, a classic example. You started near abandon and the metro videos. Affordable housing, I miss you, Oba Besia Alice, or for a tatema, DDC, or no, Ababe. Both NDC and MPP now more abandon or no, and all for us, I say, at least at a level with TDs or Beforce. Virus, State Housing Corporation, or crash or Beforce. When are we going to go beyond a friend saying politics? So project be a buy Juma from a video no to preach on to affordable housing project, Korea dime papa bi. Kagana for any ye cranipa be 1,000. Ombeti menya baby ada. Ye jeri nyina mananye ne se. Affordable seglemi. Ude seglemi cry a classic example. Tamade po de. Atialis ada roman to omaye. Seglemi housing project. Ye jaya mananye ne se. More than 1,000, about 500 houses ne go onum. Mo de mo fanya high purchase impoma workers. Workers titi tibe chia omo nyina force. Obia haiden wa alajo ablekuma abelempe almost struggle. Wo dey ama work akra na say workers ntua wo dey te from source te from work and salary. Ne salary buy ya no wate yeti the social security won so te. There be yedni nyina da ne NDC MPP politics. Ne ye wi ane atem camera ne ye di atem. We so dey upper di atem from here. Now who di atem che run is revolution time. You may say etuo kran to me as Ghana for suban. In the days of revolution AFRC 79 ye twintuo sinkofo so one toilet ye boma high kanea ye to me buy oba na hamu ye buy mu 360 ni ashum kotama kobusa ye shum Ghana for us so musuban. If we don't change our mind from there said the Bob Malikai no nkroma de na nkroma anye nkroma de na konkroma krom wo kona kohwe nkrofo konkroma krom nkroma emfa Ghana 1 cedi kran go si da woni krom wan fa 1 cedi an go si da woni krom eto Ghana for mrantie ne maba wa na u peska na wakoto aba u wi abe complain aba aban nkroma wan fa 1 cedi an go di krom. He served Ghana diligently. Open asemo nkroma osun Ghana very diligently or sacrificing the life. And now Ghana ni kra out passport office person be sacrifice. Obi passport kra koye form no wadwuma kra u pay scan why. Also ya Ghana ni no ya do aba complain NDC and MPP. Why na the NDC and MPP because na jubilee? It no be you. Who took NDC and MPP there? It no be you. What say Nanado anama hama why ku akota na jubilee da? Nanado anama hama ana president Kufo or why ne koye ku kwata na ho. All of them were voted for. Why ne to abano? To abapa. If you want a good government, opa ban obey adwuma wadane Ghana amana ye te say circle aye Dubai. Wama Ghana adane te say Singapore. Wama Ghana adane te say Malaysia. To abani ye. Let's start thinking beyond NDC and MPP. Start thinking beyond NDC and MPP. Now to abani we now to ababone ya. Uzina media people are not doing the work. Now media people so you are corrupt so who do your work for you? Who police your own vote? Say media person now we expecting so no be checking no. So no so you nipa bone for because nipa bone for there e bi wo profession bi am. So no so you nipa bone for so okoji sika dia. Who will police your vote? You have decided to collect money and sell your vote. Abana obeto no why so obeji sika no what aba. Now who cause am? who you they blame yourself next time to abani clean men yes o jiska na se ye kase ye che yes so man no say yes samra no tankers for aba na me say tankers keke tankers town council that's the abrofo na hye samra ne mai 1910 mosquito ordinance 1910 ene ye de tankers law no sa law ne tankers na tankers wo na Ghana na e neat and now the fa tankers ko bi fie say ko check re obe friend this ni MPP mo ana maye na Ghana ye say no me say start thinking beyond NDC and MPP. Think outside the box. Vote for proper leaders and hold them accountable. Wow, vote now better no. Men ko discuss all tuaba ni clean. O we na wo chim nipa no boss wa. Obo say yes, aba no wa brem ansa no nunya. So ba wo so ye de bebo ma no koso. Na wa jiska na nipa no kotina wa ka so be fiu. That is why our politicians are taking us for granted. Cause on him say de mu hia ni zuohie. Ghana for de mu hia ni sika. Mo beto. De mu hia ni sika mo beto. Indum ba yo ko ba bia ze na yi oba wa meska. Oh ye nto o jan. Ko anu ma bo muti nko mo nto mo mfie no. Mo mfie no. Di de mu hia ni sika su de. Politicians will always steal money and give you and abandon the project after that. And then any penifo me enu beto ato adwene afre select committee on works and housing no so am yebu so am say. Sa adan aye boase de ba ohia ni o. Osikani obia benya baabi odi ni ti ato. Se obia oye Ghana ni di oyo dehye. Wase fata so onya baabi odi ni ti beto. Da ben ana Ghana fo nyina benya baabi omudi omuti ebeto. Na Yera Kisi Ejabe is the new special prosecutor chese ya nominating. That issue is trending. Komati amedi adwuma no so onye oso obi di mother serpent. Wo mane nya adwuma ni to onye. Enti se o ma fa special prosecutor for Yera Kisi Ejabe en oba abeye adwuma no papa ni okuta 3 masters in law. 3 masters in law. Nti abere de ono so bae oba abeye en na Yera ko Samjona. Unim Samjona say minds adwuma wa ya che. Now, see, we must completely overhaul our education system. And the menene ya adwin complete. The entire Ghana mranti ane mabawa ba. Omu ni manti ebe di atem. They are not thinking about how I benya branti ebi to say. Ebi a Rollins ba no what say about 27. Who are we going to get? Young men now mudi di atem. The same people obe politics o wies kakra che nkokra no. The young men who are complaining Ghana the empedifo ni they are wicked. And who omu benya power omu wies sika more than nkokra no. Omu wie sika more than kokra. You are complaining. Some Jonas say we need overhaul of our education system. Education system eye nkola, entete nkola, eye nkola. Eye nkola just say nwan ne mponchi entete nkola. That is the problem as some Jonas eka ho asem no. Rose Minister only constructing roads in his hometown. MPP women organizer KTM4 see Rose Minister no buy ni kuro mu kwan oye. Onya other rules and also trendy. Mama ne say nya voice here by trendy. Ghana lost bragging rights with image denting 2020 election. It been chambers and okase kanena ka Ghana your fans power bruchi. And Ghana to me bragio because 2020 election on to kwa esi enti. Any ni pe kuma esi woso no. And I'll be deliberate about Galamsey fight. President Kufuor asema okacho ochingine no say. Yi Galamsey no be shada yi na nipa kwatia. And akofo so say o we de nkosi aga. Say 4 years nya shada hu. Ayi ho excavators cry ira ekreko hu MPP fo bi dem nti we anhwe ngosi aga and Mole Park mining will never happen under my watch. Abujinapo wasi Mole Park na nkofo aye so omukwa kotu gold hono it will never happen under your we Abujinapo we men kasa bebre wo de ye adwuma ne ehu wabomu na be kire wado nyama bi won ma men nyentem ko promise o promise bebre ne ye che wo de a che wo eti ano de to bo ansa wa ko promise. You are not fit to lead us ECG4 and omukachom MP no one Ghana for I said when I'm say Ghana you are part of the problem. ECG workers munya kwan wia meters nkoton munya kwan enwia e friend saying electricity bill nti musi yampamu boss Mr. Budu ya muke New York onno no hwe omu power company so omu electricity company na wo New York papa yi onno na hwe so Ghana oye ya no se ma min komi krom na me so min ko boa Ghana obaya munya kwa wia ECG meters nkoton entwefam de bia nkofo kwa no akotua meter no be 2000 Ghana cedis me ame poma ya je no 1000 Ghana cedis for electricity po ayi meter 1000 Ghana cedis ni aje no munya sika wie nti mo se yansa ke budu munya sika o Ghana fa adwemone e we yetirim manager bia obo no mo Ghana yam pam no no nya good no mo corruption. They want the chance to chop. Omunya kwa chop it. Sasa mo say na wo di New York life ne ba Ghana de obi adidi o. Abe adwuma de enyina didi mu o. Say ya na ama Ghana ase no. Abe adwuma ye nyina didi mu o. E na ntumi mesoa o. Abe adwuma de ensoa ye di si ye kon ho. Uwi apese Ghana ye se New York. Uwi apese Ghana ye te se Paris. Uwi apese Ghana ye se Oslo. Mbawe mo nkate kwa munim. Ghana no amu ne ye wono. Kobi ni momoni ya amu ne ye wono. Kobi ene momoni ni mu ane ne ye wono. Say ya na beye. Obi aba or sesa company shebre. Obi aba or ye company ni ye. Omo the new ideas from abroad and other places. Mu wi am say na Ghana for penny for mu kwa abroad omu ko hu. Ana omu kwa na omu ko hu. Mu wi na mo ka. In fact, e be kwa ma mbie me phone lines Ghana sana hope si ni Anthony Nukpenu mu kraba. Ni Ghana for what is our role in checking Ghana man so man be ye be phone lines kakra kra. Yeah, ye be phone lines kakra because Ghana no. De bia ne de ko show bi. Ene ye mpanifo wakwa abrochira ba kosua de aye adwuma ma obroni power company ma ye ndum kane ho oye bi wa ha da bi o ma ye ni cable sika ye nkɔ wia ne ye ni ye kɔton ne ye ni electricity bill ne ye gi am ye ni o ma ye nyi ni nti ye mpamo no bisabudu nyankopɔn ma o nsha onchene wate o ma VIM ne nya kokuduro na tena na Ghana government adwuma wo so the new ideas kra ba be ya no bi krasi da bi an digitize system no kwada ne man so ade no pese digitize na mo pese de ebehu ko pese paper ba ko e de koma we 1000 ye de koma we 1000 ye de koma we 1000 ye de koma we 1000 ade be chi no omanyo omu salary adi na de bia wia na mu wia obi ba mu wie nti eso onye yempam no pa cho mo phone Ghana for yankase ye suban be se galam say nyina o say mahama or the chamfa yakosi baabi. The politicians are not able to fight it because yes omo fight and yam to mamo. The politicians no so ba no so oh ye be mo ye galam say. Munto ma ye be mo ye galam say. Don't blame the politician. Wo na wo ye. Na ye na wo nko ye galam say riba ka politician. Wo ko na be bo politician etwi ma say basa. One stop galam say na yam to ma. Na we the excavator cry ira na kopie wo conform pass. Wo be hwem no party hwan. Wo be hwem no obi girl. Ube shem no bibi owi akwagina so de na me nyakopo hira me pa afi me to god be de ho wa na ukoye bo ni wi a obeka se mahama na nanado won se mahama na nanado obi di China ni bia ba de na China fo hu sa dance ye to god ho de na China ni hu se amanse ye to god ya de na China ni hu se achim ye to god ho mu Ghana fo na akwa na makofo maba mu wi am de aware guests the queens mu wi asa be complain so pese Ghana ye se Dubai. Fire go burn you people all. Yan kano kre fire burn us all. Ye nyina fire burn us all. And to see a best say by number ni 0302243529 0302243547 0302243529 0302243547 free. Ghana for no ankasa between yan ye leaders. Why and Emma Ghana nye between yan Ghana for no any ye leaders. Ghana I caught it. Greater Accra Regional Minister was starting so Pamonko for Kakwa and Damboche. Local government minister Damboche na support no. Na no crowd on board to say or bet me my government I am popular. How? I will be also me kwan. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, bossu. Me find another one. Hello, bossu, good evening, and you may.
But good evening. That's all come as me kaja
Aburi. Aha boss ye ti opa ye leaders ni ya Ghana for no hwan e na ma Ghana nye ye no
Pacho ye na na ma Ghana yi
chire mu
ye say ye mbota Ghana be yi na ba cho ba hwe the way ye class bi nkwan bi aye wo pa na ba hwe the way ye MPC ye wo ba bi a madam e ya asefem ye say ye mbota ye be ko ye nim pa
mame na waso pani o se ye sesan ye botu a ye be ko ye nim pa also say how there near where they said it here 0302243529 and 0302243547. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Eti nam say between Ghana for any leaders why mo na mo mani nye ye ka say sorry free tete kwashi a so nto aba enti baby a president started so all fighting galam say no mu nyina to against MPP na ka say mahama ba oba be ka so fight mahama so nim say what 20 MPP for no oba wo so be 20 NDC so oba ka say mun ko so na munye Yes, you only say I never got China Cochrane Yaba. Hello, good evening, boss.
Hello, good evening. How you been?
What you saying?
Alhamdulillah, no problem.
Allah Daruma, yet in come.
You could shop the blame. Now, how you been to?
Nam.
Yankasa, Yagana for you. Yankasa, Yakafu, and or my new and call you. Cecilia, who can say MP. Cecilia, me, ya two about my MP. Now, I'm not over quite MP Nufia. Ube wo say amount for us alive. We see me mass school fees maintenance. We see a tune or ni dem wa high than event asa nti empinuntia. We see me pesca ama me back for yajima. Enti with problems when na. Enti se si asikano anka ya beti mazi ye di papa ma ye nyina di ho fa so no. Ni nipa kakra bi na empinu sisaskano e show mosa. Na o hia no yebekọ eni oti ase na politicians no so kan ho pa omo so kan ho agi a woni ntia wontimi ye man promise o promise na want me ya se wi ase ni na be hu nti ye nyina ye chieche ye kan ko anu ko de ba ku kan ko ya nyankopon be ka ochi na bibia ye na me wale se me se papa we ya nyame yi nyuma ye no de e me se inshallah obe pomo de na na gana kan to papa oni nyame ya jino
yo alaje da se papa so no so adwenche a wo de aba o se we de se ya yeso ya kan politicians so e kan se me na me ka se ya wa kukudru I de kan cry de hold the politicians accountable on to me ma dada o da obeye de se fata because onim so no mom anya adwuma no obeto atia no bagana mom de obeye adwuma no mom ni ato atia no de onya adwuma no mom ni ato ama no. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Auntie.
Yes madam, Pacho ti saying
Patronya Madam.
Adum ye den yakopase. O ka se free he.
Patro kutubawi.
Mpacho yo meti o.
We see Ghana for no ye kunye mu. Because se emrano empenyi fosi ye mama ayejuma kakra na se obi adane bonsam. And halfway so party grassroots ni wa na de dia mu send message. And I'm paying for no mun kai omo. Ompasi ya kaya oma penyefo ni bi adwuma bebe no monye bi nye
sa
na no monye ise de bia e na grassroots for na hwa iti ge hwe grassroots for na ya kana yenye grassroots na area common
exactly
iti esra obia pa adwuma nya no monye ise grassroots omo ka ho na penyefo no enye dia wosom medasi medasi pa
enu aba no de na waka no pass party grassroots fo nko na choose aban obia so vote kan ho bi na omampani betina konwa so ndc MPP Ghana fo nya na to oba ase ono nko ne nkrofo na wo mo mpa adwuma enyo. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, fine evening.
Yes boss, mbacho de se na aka se free he
balolo ni labadi
yo bala yentie o
we fi mpenyufo na ama oman enyi esan se ayi omampini no obetimi enforce law no ana amrasi do jafo so omukọ amrasi do jafi ho omutimi asese mra enka ka se NDC ba se de EPIA no ombeto aso te asese mra bi to se sa mra we eda ho party o ba ane onyanko party no ba ya ka wantumi ayan wi no oba no abeto aso na mra no eda ho sa mra no da ho a oba de TB a just we ansa what my different project na so mra se bi jafi fu omukwatena ho a hu do moye na omo jetina sana akonko no mu na asasa ya bafi
abani say akonko ni nyina omo san ba constituency anamo amasa to amomana
se
oza osre because akonko na hu se ugata onyeye uka kwan onyeye so ye betu atia wo but akonko ni nyina oba na yeso yaji 20 Ghana yaji 30 Ghana ni asan to amono anu asan ko nti ese
ya ka tawo gwen want like ye citizen no ye gwen ko sa we no ye no we sa e ken de o mu gigi skara
anu ni nyansa sem no pani me o ha nka me ma ha gwati asem no anu aka no citizens na omo dwene papa no aye kakra bi aye we dia wo kan obi kwa gina ba bi sesi akwa je onya 50 Ghana ma no apio bia no hey honorable you do all man wa woni awie eto anu so obewia no abre o 50 no boss me das what nyakopo shaw asem na no waka no mo o se nipa na adwene ne koyie no kakra bi nti na America mo electoral college no because sabi vagabonds o ma electoral college Ama State bia. Yen sure man dachi. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, patron wani o. Patron si Willie ho. Ni yo o ka se fi sum. Osu okay ni. Yo.
O se kaka sabi se odi o fu de pia. E dey numi, nti numi na. E da ese. Nti almost.
Hello ni eti o. Oh, ni wa homa na teko. Ni ya homa na teko patron ni obetimi asan frebio. Na ya fa another person 0302243529. Hello, good evening. Abrantia ba ko message I was sending no say Mukala Jonas Edia inside Keri no say VIM lady please. Tell Javier Sosu say your big crowd 100 years of abandon new baby but no it doesn't speak exactly to our topic no esa and we do betimi send the aba Professor Kwati no say if you are samna na oka no the people must ensure say omo ye adwuma no na eno na be determine the kind of vote I because hello good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes our boss but your first and aka say free here.
Because free talk from Philemon.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm not working now. The one thing get a because before no, the problem I can say and they say even a panel a door to the door. Friends will copy Juma. That was despite media. Friends will copy Juma despite media. No qualified for media. There's no way we go through that straightforward.
Hello, boss. San Fred, be mama say we line no. My feedback intina ye ne sana we say o ofra ye bio because ye hia wadwenche pa say dey ba betimi akoye nim na yetumi e de adwenche no Andy wo TDC Andy ye da se bebre ye twen Hopsin Adoye former parliamentary candidate for Kpom Katama so obeso abato obeso so ye na abema Anthony Nukwenu NDC executive Greater Accra region no so ye ne betwetwe nkomo ye say Ghana no ade ne ye project ade abandon but for now mo Ghana for ne chese leaders ana ye ne Ghana for no ka ho e na o man no enye ya to aba de bia ye NDC MPP nko a he de benya sakra no hello
good evening.
Good evening boss Patrick France and aka say free here
I made a question can I free
gba we wo hu
and
sound bra kwesi enti o
but yam to me for na yam on mining course because of say so be bibi na mabani bibi na gas food for who can say charge CID department can you and only self-interest of kakro and I'm on my esa it makes my shamla I think it my shamla say never possible that's me to be a lot of crime the much better to call our catcher man penny in your mind
yo yeah that's a baby man na o se Ghana for no am say obi kwa Dubai na dwen kra emma ni timu da so fa paper nkoto form onim se Dubai de enye sa but o te Ghana onu makutu a chaw no de ato form uya o se mahama na de kutu no hono no beto form gotem na no asibo kotwa nkrofo ensuo to circle disaster no kwabrane atam ne bola no hwiegu gatem chaw emfa nkogu ekonkum odonafo uya o se mahama no di bola de gu ho na do na de bola ne begu ho anaba mi na de bola ne begu ho Ghana fo ka ho ye pese Ghana dani Dubai ye pese Ghana dani Malaysia Ghana dani Singapore sisa se de auto waba no o sisa Ghana will change na o pese ndisi ni ebi before ma osikenti di obema osika na abeto abama na uwia no aba abesu ena Ghana mesi media no kra no enipa boni for medium enti wan kasa auto aba ni wi police wabato no check wabato no so me ana makogina wiem akoto aba no me mo bia nteki ma abato for granted now the owia no akoda na air condition bo baby uya si media ni na media ni so your cromfo na wakoji sika ni bia be da na wa check u gota no be da na wa check we yama bi so di upa di atem from morning to night ensisa Ghana etuo kra Rollins de ba ye change Ghana o adwon money na Ghana for de ba no one edit bene Rollins ewuko but still adwon money edit him etuo kra Rollins de ba ensisa ye mental slavery na Bob Malikan. Hello, good evening boss.
Evening, AFIA.
Yes, our boss. Mpacho ka se free.
Uni abemba Munkaila Jonas ni.
Munkaila, maka o message nkwa yenti o Munkaila.
That's it. Afia we dey one man chia penifo meni e be ha me kata.
Dabi ene de ye kɔ no Ghana agenda. Men chia obia. Wo chia obia be say agenda.
Wada Roma.
Yes. Yenwen Ghana ho ene.
Afia wo boy djuma metimi say wo passion na wo ma man Ghana no edutwem Nyankopɔ nhira no mbo ho ban. No kwan de wo kan eye. Afia no kwan ne say yamanyosem ene say oman Ghana. Me the typical example be ye bibi na me ya say oman Ghana ye pesi to galamse susa ye nyina ye si galamse enye edi oman nya say esase say nchirima dacho na edu abatu omre sebi na presidential candidate be kimi asuma no nkofo se mun kokwaye mu ho mun ko se nkofo no bose on to abanama me wi nipa o so mu kukuno aka mu kuso mu excavators be bi o mu pebi o mu ko starting tutu galamse ne hia adwempa na we sa suban ye ditina man mu mane yi eni kino me de me ka se amanyo sem ya tan o man yi mu ukoka sa POKUAA hi okoye sa de ene o ti radio so to me defending enti okoka sa o ti me defending ti say ene samdona we say culture of silence here. Sometimes you know in function no you blame mu kakra because of bit say POKUAA he to tina in a program now we defending without say subject to why ya or yeah the and you know sabi it's a reformation of our ideas or mentality. Say ye pesi Ghana ntumpon a sabi eto de bi a yen fama ne fam ntunchen ne mo man Ghana no enda yakoma so ifia ye monitor program no na
me da si bebre enso no so adwencha de aba sami bo ache wa saman kese so VIM you said it all, you are 100% right. Ghana for say ansesa ya adwen ne ye nyai sycophantic adwen na president biati akonwa so in fact ade no kwa sami bo ache nya Ghana kwa Bible mu Nebukadnezar ye boni na na nkofo ko ohene nyankwada Nebukadnezar sabi Jimmy nyankwada ohene nyankwada dum so asemba e ukoka dum so pani aso na we enemy of the government mahama ba ya ka enemy of the government ya na ka dum so ti mahama nti yen Ghana for me say ya so MPP ahwe ya so NDC ahwe by 2024 no na MPP fo nya 16 years NDC so 16 years o pese Ghana ye Dubai just 32 years ye Dubai yenye Singapore yenye Malaysia sisan waba no sisan vote na wo de wa jisika to NDC MPP san onkoko na Dubai na we no Singapore na we no o Malaysia na we no we apese Ghana yet say ye try politicians ne mu so omo housing project na ye den ana akwa wie enwure mu ankofo nya ba bi na ye de yenye bie na ya fa no simple sa ye de ete wo no wo fra na so wa che wadwen wenye gidigidi bia anya asem bia na ye kan we asem ehiama Ghana nyina se de be nyina no ye be no man no akona nim na fa ne to mapa efra because we cannot continue to just do this to Ghana say de bia ye beba na adane kasa ana na isame abanti e kan say journalists for ni bi blame you can blame the America crowd kwa ye corrupt journalists kwa America ye corrupt journalists kwa Europe ye corrupt journalists e bi munye in fact kwa America crowd nye bi nye corrupt too but media for no ye wo CNN for nkofo so mo ye pro democrat ye wo Fox for mo ye pro republicans inti media no crowd broche ko ma divided enti wonu a woto aba no wo na wo so it's up to your vote and your God woto aba ri yama men check say dipa no be say ana obey say don't forget say broche for mo si munye ne o thousands of years abroche for sha ase enye ne o ma si meja ye da time a ye nananom enkoasom abreso British rule na dance for ne ade for ni nyina ba ba wie Africa e gold eso a ye nananom as slaves do omko abrochire nyina no na omo ye gold na no de build omo systems no to be say Ghana to say enye one day time on be wie akuma say Ashanti way the 6 Ashanti war omo di defeat Ashanti kingdom eso a ye gold call ye omo be fa ya santo call Seychelles enkoasum Ombefa ahemfo ekoye omo signed the bond of 1844 with Cape Coast hene omo wi gold fa po no so omo de kona kasa abrofom go hear TV eno no omo de build omo country no nti Ghana yen too many abroche for nyepe but we can become like Malaysia and Singapore we can become like them nti sesawaba Toma obi o nyansa, ni obi obema osika di. Toma obi o wonim die, nya de obema osika di. Toma de oba obeboa, enye de o se na we de onya ndisi MPP. De obema t-shirt, obema goglo apio. Yankobu nkrofo no amma mu 50-50 Ghana say you beat the NDC people say yeah. You beat the MPP people say yes, yeah. Go take the ballot box this year. No wa ko to man. Who have said the media for message. And the media for no ko musuro. Media for cresro. Because mukro ya fight ya mom no mukro na mba be di media for na tem. Na mu so be eja media adwuma no. Me o ma me ne o start media adwuma no mo jai. Obi be jai, ye nyina be jai adwuma no. We will stop the work. Ye be jai media adwuma no. Cause what bana media adwuma me ti ministry asen ka be di matem. Won send message di matem. We will stop the work. In media me see media no kra boni for wom. Say they want boni for politicians no. You want wicked politicians, you want wicked people, voters. Omo to about mu jiska no. Sa na media for the bisu jiska. If you won't change, there. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm boss. Adam, now so
from Nyamia do me ho ye. From Daniel Kwakune patete.
Yo.
Me ka se fie wutu breku.
Yo, yenti o boss.
Ese fia ye na nanom no won. Ye ti o man ko school. Ensu se wo hwe nioma omo ye ni ye nsu omo bo ho ban ni ye bia esu ono mo nka ho. Enne se ne ye se ye ko school hwe ne ye. Ye na nanom e de bia si wono almost 100 and something years. But nipa da se ni esi rue no ma na se kwaye nim ebu ndua. Se wo be wutu breku big forest na uyom bechu. Ye si eni asa se ye di be ye first hospital. Eya na mbrantifo no ekasa mpenifu ekasa ye pasasio isu enya sase ukokwa ye demu ye bubie ni nyina anu ne yedi ti o man ni mu ya ye ka ho ani mpenifu ye di ye ni mu nzu ka ho nti edu bebi a o say ye bo say out ni ye ka ni ebeboa ama o man no so etimi afa ni tampa ifra ye so le ni ekwa Malaysia ye kwa Dubai ye kwa ye France Germany na omo ekwa men so no omo fa ye ana mutimi bu o man no ekoso nti nsuo na ayesa no that ye da crazy to say na wo okay nti ye mpenifo na omudi enim kroso anyimfo edenyo ewo so omudi enim yie se ne be ya bibia be tin akoyi ama ye kromafo no enso ye wonatimi ahahai nti breku forest ne de ha me papa nti me da say na ka ho no ye djuma no yie
Nyankopon sha okese ma me pa na Ezekiel ye boss if you call the number again and person me fire Ezekiel friend number is 0302 243547 0302 243529 numbers me enu fremu bia ye betimi ane akire wadwen na we na make no say Ghana no ye na time abrofo ne on be sign bond of 1844 so uko school JHS and JSS a usua we e history and social studies class bond of 1844 ni nyina no o metena akwa o mu wi aye manpower the strongest of the strong anko no betimi aboa Ghana ma Ghana gina ni na so e no be wi no de o ko slavery before mu do America hwede mu no o kum half e wo pono so half of them died no person Ghana yet to say America and Ghana yet to say Europe no they stole our gold o mu wi as a gold Africa Namibia Botswana ni ade o mu wi ani Ghana Nigeria time abrofo no colonize Ghana no mu colonize Nigeria at the same time the best of Africa mu wi anya de ko build omo systems no fundamental now we are say Ghana nya say America no but then the point is that you nuanum be to say Malaysia and Singapore for have done it and we can also get there but why just so beto ma NDC MPP nko a enti wa hu indum anim pa obekanya asasem nyina say that me to my indum ubenya independent candidate bi obeba say that me to ma no young man bi ba sesi a no so you good ono de on join NDC on join MPP me de me new ideas me to ma no because pede obema t-shirt any 50 Ghana enti we na make say na Dubai o ka so mbe stop galam say or see he's ready to sacrifice his presidency empire we say to God ni nyina want to tie no nti o ka say Nanado in the second term obeka ko fight come fight ni gidigidi or fight because so not to pay vote o ka say Mahama adenti na Mahama ka so ba on be so mbe streamline ni ema onko ka so obese galam say cause you no vote who Ghana now to man no one kasa Ghana ni you no vote for him. Hello, good evening boss.
Good evening, Afia. I'm from Jenka.
And come, Papa Mo.
Yo, Afia.
Yes, I was.
Ghana, you 2 years, we see what's at the Afia, more year. And I said, who any journalist will be a minimum in Boti or Anma. Moja, you bet check on a room, a Ghana bay, Onyame, and Strow. I'm a Ghana home is Strow. Afia, Ghana for yan area who men cannot down. The man for you, this kitchen, ye dear, one pro, and then for no way, full play.
Oh, facha me. Ola na teko sanfre bi o na wie o asem na wo kana ko mesa pila 2 wase vim o man yi be ya ya me de I support honorable abugina popa so on fight corruption no na be boy na mum no kra na yenka no any asem na abrante any person ka say media for ni bi me say corruption dey obabi o media for are not exempted they are media people almost you corrupt pa nti wan kasa wo to aba no check wan kasa vote men fa sa asu de nu koma media ni media ni su ko jiska na je se Ghana say no police your vote enti na ya check say Ghana abandoned project ye de Ghana for sika akwakoye NDC ni MPP ti na jai say nka bush ye jai say entity passa pare osum. What is that vim nko Ghana de it must work again pa mumpeja Ghana na Ghana ye nto asokra o say empeja hene protozoa e no de we aba no kwadosian so cheso tie na what is saying commensa platu makan wo de Edmond kan kwaw Edmond kwaw o say vim waka ni nyina asem na no Kofi Mensa Brown Kofi Brown o say you are the best among the rest mun koso na mun kan cresa enchre o my Ghana na de gigiska yentumi kan politician asenti na Ghana yentumi kan politician that them no cause busa hopsin woko ya mra senko wini utwe sika che t-shirt wo de mo kra ba si hey mo no kra ne nya de enam ni so akokoti yento ma yen Ghana for no me say let us think outside the box. Me say France for mo hwa Brantye Macron no ndi 40 years kra Macron na France for say beto aba ma ne ahwe de also ba obeye wo ba no anya ni ya na say masa gina nchen ye de say NDC MPP and have a complaining. We are open. 90 MPP granny papa bi wom no ba. O say wa me ska yento. Me ska yento. Ye de me ebedi ni yo. Ori nkokọ no wi a. No aba be ka say. Wan enko ye ma. John Asuma. Was a good evening Vim lady. You of all the way from Dubai. John Asuma we na also chere Dubai nsem no. How are Dubai e the oil money at transfer because Dubai no bi anto ball antwene. Me mako Dubai obi anto bola obi anfa bola nguga tem Dubai ko jije na ko di atem ko foro mu di bola ni gu yimu no ye Mahama won se Mahama ba wiasi wo di bola guga tem da ana Mahama ton ade o ka kwa yes obi anya adwuma na obi andidi but ton ade no ba bia eye se ye pese Ghana ye te se Singapore uchi chingam de to from ye be chew Ghana obi ko run ho aye che no cause hey where there is too harsh. It's too harsh. Singapore, chewing gum. The chewing gum no to form. Ghana, obi cry body now, coca, NDC MP. Witch hunting. You are witch hunting us because you're NDC MPP. Any. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Vim lady.
Yes, our boss. Mpachoka say free him boss.
Your friend me bonds in the 3 hours.
You bonds the NTO boss.
Yo, Vim lady. O say den ejuma no ujai.
Na boss ye nyai.
Debi. Na wo Vim we de o di jai be ha me papa.
Na mo aye fight am musuma dani mo de mo aye emergency party food soldiers na mbe ye.
Oh, Debi. But wo ejuma na different from where here there na. Vim lady, so wo jai ejuma we me no be court.
Aye jai na mo ma na aba beto so.
Debi me no be court.
Debi aso ntumi ntia mu say every day. Ejuma wo de mu ntesio na wo. Adrai. Adrai ya kikem so many years. 20 years. Ya kike musa. Ghana for na ye kike mama mu say, "O pese Ghana sesa. Wan su police your vote. Police say, "O check o gata wunsuo o ono obeka kotu gwajiz kakakra wo MP ono ato ama no." Nti wo tu say, "O kasa na o kasa nya waste of time." Me de ko to banchi ne body e wo kwase EGYASO a. Bra. And then we be plantain chips. Kasa mame.
China. China, uma back Ghana, how to Galancy. The village say, "Oh, the PK, oh, to a kingdom, to come quiet, but you will not be court." But Omundi, ye ways so ever hanumo. Say, oh, greater can with your minister, oh, with Moyano. And then Only say man for the dinner say. And a human oil no, or be my eye say, be my lusu boot, pone be koso. Oh, me say it ya yeti ko mu hanu. Ja na e makoni koso. Ja na e makoni koso. Ye be di do na sisa na papa we ejuma oye no say, and we onye ejuma ni ye. Oh, abrochire wo ho no, vindedi. O ma nye magical, o ma nya agbalagba na America be America. O ma nya agbalagba na Britain be Britain. O mu di mra we solia we de oyo no baba beto aso, we baba beto aso. Won sa bet kan ha no mu. O se ye mpanyufo no vindedi o mu nya o mu ni suban, vindedi mi de be sia.
Yo. Mame na wase pa ti obi na se mo ka se yeso ne mpanifo na ne yenya no. Richard Kwaku Sam o se Vim lady let kick MPP and NDC out. Yo. Na Paul Menu no si Rotterdam o se Ghana yenye discipline. Eno so ka ho e no man ni ye no. Hello Kofi. Hello Bragovi.
Na wenye kuve hai
ofori mbacho yeti o ka se free boss.
Me ka from UK United Kingdom.
Yo bravo yenti o. Aha, my experience mu UK na mo ho ne ade no. Wo de toto ho aha.
Debia dem catch say it's about leadership. I na want here say it's leadership. Miminya Ghana 1 year I'll change Ghana upside down. Only say behind the scene no things going on. Oh, a dance na okano sir asogri a dance na okano. Why na sign contract no? The minister is responsible. Someone should take that minister to court to explain. Because taxpayers' money. It's more media for no. I am one deal with the issue. No, as many bad. The person responsible no deal with that person. If possible, the minister should resign. If anything goes wrong, the minister will resign. Simple as ABCD.
Yeah, but Penny, o Chrome one day na okay. Esagle me NDC na start here. Obi ko ka say minister should resign. Pom better than NDC MPP politics. Ntina because the people are part of it.
Mo media no.
Masa, here media for ko kakra be di atem. Penny, I don't think so mo di atem ana.
And you say that I don't be do. I don't be do.
Now Penny there be Penny. O sha o se ne wani mo nyam tie ya. Wo di ti UK. Obema yira betena ase ni na atem say media dey be do atem. At a point everybody will get tired.
That we say ejuma bia no unim the consequences of the job until to see.
Ayo.
And so untimi a just get out
and I'm see ye be ja Penny nya we and men kasa nche.
It is Ghana be ja no. It is man ko unim say ejuma me koi. This is the risk. If you take a risk now, you bear with everything come with the risk.
Ayo, ya bre.
So untimi a no wait yes. We just EGYASO na ukano. Come ha. Who got to prepaid that you don't have to go over to the phone at the prepaid now the phone so say go meter. You don't have to go. You don't meter. You don't bomb free. Wiring. Ultimate wire of you. Ultimate wire of you. Obi the mama company about wire more. Ya charge. Ultimate. You can't tamper with your wiring. No. But Ghana, Obia san was got wire no be cable. It doesn't work like that. It's a leader.
And no na papa the person say easy workers and say yempa mono no. They are all honey be. I know they ban say
no, they are jokers. Because when Ghana yempa change. Sani ye no. Sani ye no. That's our problem. Sani ye no. And those who try to bring change no, they will criticize. They work against you. They work against you. It's a more media Mr. I'm not dimpa, but most muja pe o man be bo.
Yeah.
And the men that the muja o man be bo.
Me no ya.
Yes, ye be yemu. Nanso mo o man who don't know. Mo ye na krakra ma ye framo.
Yati openi. Yati openi. Ya bon pa say yo yati edasi bebre openi na ka no say. Media for so jai pe o man be say ye cha UK for nya Apostle Kwaku Opoku Joshua say God bless you pa. Me sham all the way from Germany. And Francis Ajoka che say if you do or fire pa your Francis and ye to foster guy and also Vim me tie pa from Sweden. Asem na no aka na say start see show creativity. E won niam e de ye adwuma say the openi kan e ya London ka minister kra wona o yes aglami no ka ukọ bagana de area I man yosem o ye de I man yosem o preto NDC na NDC so preto MPP so ene ye de tie so ho ye fa another person. Hello, good evening. Hello boss, good evening o.
Good evening, Afia.
Apani ka say ye tie o ka say free
Afia de wo de me come take to ye fe me Owusu Ansu.
Okay.
Me wo Chicago. Good evening.
Apani men tie o away no so o phone so me tie o nti kasa why
Yo, Mati, mami numunu. Na ma do a chi abrepa for more than 6 years.
Oh, nyankopon sha.
Na ugweduma papa. Onyame shira.
O sha nyina.
Asem a wo kan ya asem da otro do Ghana for the dikan ye pese mankuminya. That's number 1. Afei nso ope ye ahomaso mina me yese ana minia ba ko oka afi London UK no ahade saa ne ye no esa saa adie we nti no ye nkoso na me do it for very long time. You are very, very eloquent, intelligent, and country lover. Do o man and you in the first time so be meet you. Now me say Juwela would in Kosudi. I'm up for be do atem. Now so no. One way door no and we say a door. I'm telling you. Sabi na ufi station back and I'll buy me do it isa. Me nye ejuma no. Because we je ejuma no o ma na dobo. Nya wa ho di na usunsu na kitano. Nkofo so. Na bia wudi na bi 5 years. Obi na mo so. Adomo ma na ye. Many people are listening to you all over the world. Me wo US. I'm saying one day bia me ba Ghana no. Me she da maba. Me no be fe mo usu anso. Me teacher ni America say.
Medaso.
Na me no kasa no.
Medaso.
Na uka say bia o ye say o say change bia parties no. O ye right. But other small parties they are selfish. I say go na be ka on ho abomu a. Ye nya 3 main parties here. I'm telling you, NDC, MPP will be by the wayside. Now you have tried the other one. But some kafra, I am getting the brain. And I'm going to say, with your passion, the other smaller parties will come together and then we'll see what we can do. Because Mokola, baby, I do. So onipa ka say enipa we nyina mi yimu afihanse ya so metuatia wo metuatia wunti na o man yankoso no na am de say we pagya sase mi sewara menya sase mi koso na wo afua there be women who are prime ministers and ministers and president who they catch yourself who be di o man panin. Take it from me.
Marty, your penny.
Penny, I'm telling you. People will vote for you, and I know you get. I also literally not the boss, but the other thing to move. you don't get the ball. You get the other thing to move this country to a better place. This is the first time for more than 6 years. Because me for and now calling me Nyakoya Mafro. You feel me? Chicago.
Medasi be
who the be ya femo uso Chicago me na me achame hene okwu achame fi ko pepiase
ko pepiase mate me ko mako akọ innovate
ko pepiase and who the anytime bia ubeba US na ubeba Chicago na we be nana uso me na me okwu achame hene ewo hanze
obani medasi nyakopon sha pa nyakopon sha won sha be
na wo me see who be the president ye be vote ama
obani how dey so chairman how dey so chairman mesa for obani e wi amani o number
bi enu so chairman bi enu so chairman so president no that's what is about no 32
yeah Obani medasi baby on share
aduna no menyai amenya kwa no mo oni watam the more no mudi watam no nyame hira o what na
Aja medasi bebre ebe hwane ade course no esia no say because the point is very clear. Joshua Amano sister Fia, I realize that anytime I be discussing important issues no views na enkofo also mo e ka ho bi no be na views no kwa drop it. That be fire enkofo be fire all cylinders na views no e ko 1k no me here k Joshua Amasa mo kan Ghana for mpe enim disem ka che bedu no say if you are doing a good job nyakofo show na but if you after big money this government has borrowed still on to mean to your cocoa farmers and I catch this UK and all kind of esano ne China for na ye cocoa adwuma Sandra say no say if you are mamunja adwuma no monka sapa. These are the voices eboa mo man no ekonanim na Isa Usman was Ghana de nya atwumo nya twumkuyen Natania Agongo was more of him what if you Ghana form peno kre uka no kre pe ne etuani ne de esi so ya sterling no say edien so any this one Ghanaians problems caused by this government and any appointees so mo and o ma ye nyina na e Ghana for fani say jekum be kwen no say if you too much ade no anu aka no say say anso de enua be ma ayi former parliamentary candidate for Poku Katama so abaton pesa so hopes adoe atena say e wo studio Yera Anthony Nukpenu NDC executive of Greater Accra region no so atena say e wo studio be busa seglemi project the entire and they hear politicians say omo NDC na starting project and MPP so obeto aso any say project na nye nesen abra Ghana for bebre da abonten no munya baabi na miwa ye the Ghana for sika ye taxpayers money o and ye de akoye enti aden na project aka enwrem ye beko TDC because affordable housing project so President Kufuor na start NDC ba no mugya na ka enwrem anti alice TDC and wa beto aso a ohwe de kane a odi nsuo e de akoye ni TDC bekasa. Why are we doing politics with national agenda? Politics hoping uni nukpe politics da ben ene ebe mo man no akonanim beyond the politics. Good evening Nyumrei. Acho mu nyina good evening.
Evening at say.
Oboko na so
GYASO.
Say ne de on ho ye because last week now as a hode na take off.
Me me but the way o kan na me see o.
Also because ye answers pa. Because says saglemi no mo na mo start here.
Saglemi no. Oni ministers o mo science a project no.
Why mo?
Me minister started honorable Bagbin and honorable ET and POKUAA menu na Colizada be and you should be speaking to those ministers.
To
tell us how they prepared the contract.
Okay.
On what were the terms.
Okay, of the contract
before Parliament approve it. And
but no matter the contract, the terms of the contract, say Ghana ni no te hwehwe any de ote abetile.
Says say nia yenu mo pese omo che say $200 million na facility na Parliament approve no was for 5,000 units.
Okay.
And CCIC 1,502. And sikani nyina asa.
Sikana san we just 5,000.
That is what they claim. Enti almost say dream bi akoso. Dream na ko 4 years ni.
Yenchi obia.
All the attorney that is Attorney General's advice. So Attorney General advice said there is some form of criminality here. What is the way forward?
Sir.
The only thing you see in their manifesto, MPP manifesto, they outlined it and said we refer the issue to the CID. So today, I want to know from the Ghana Police Service CID unit, how far with that investigation said they are investigating Honorable POKUAA and Colin Zada. That is what I want to know.
Okay.
Say if a fact say ministers here a contract sum that should give us 5,000 units. They say and we have only 1,502, and then the money cannot be traced. The money has finished. Let's know who has shortened Ghana.
Sir?
I don't care whoever that minister or whoever those technocrats will be. Ziblim now chief director. We're trying to near Shebai. He's no more. But he was the chief director, but there are other directors.
Yes. We
can't continue doing this to ourselves. Say, oh, me, I don't want to come and say, now, wait, Jaya. Sisiano, we are 1,502. Is there. The rate of deterioration today will be even more than the money we are even tracing. Is that what we want? So for me, I don't see the wisdom in what we are doing. Let's make use of what is standing now. Then we can trace whether there is Bibia Ankoye, Yen Holly Obi to answer questions.
Okay.
Say he is prosecutable. Yen prosecuting.
Okay.
Then we are able to move forward.
Okay.
But this one,
we go way back. In fact, and I'm afraid Honorable Samsiahi. or US into also ba or no because the last time I know something he kasa about housing sector or the document kakaka by sika omutua terms of the contract nina he brought it.
Yeah.
Any honorable Frida Pempe, Dr. Frida Pempe. In fact, one day I'll get her on the phone to ask us because I don't know free ministry and say I'll say Hokra as Chief Minister of State. What is the state of that project?
What
is the state?
MPP4 should be speaking to Attorney General's advice.
Okay.
Let's see the contract. Before what Attorney General extracted and advised on.
Okay.
But they are only shortening answers by saying, oh, na Gloria Kufuma advice. Say. As at now, the contract na kasa no media for Mubi. You should be demanding from Parliament to give because it's a public document.
Yes.
Let's not do this to ourselves. Say and advice no can then Oma extract part of the contract the whole contract that went to Parliament before select committee tinasu a year recommendation of Parliament approve year a year then they go do field no and as they say yeah say $200 million was for 5,000 units. They say no, you 6,502 units and a 200 million answer. How come someone approved for the whole disbursement of the money when the real work has not been done?
Okay.
I need that answer and I will be comfortable as a Ghanaian. But as to what is happening on the field, say President Kufoni affordable and no a different ball of game. No, there was no contract awarded to any company.
Contractors no. There was no contract.
Contractors no were hand pick 111. It used the amount unit to AC. And then the danger in that contract was that government no procure materials. And all the good field no. And can you believe say there were no paper trail of even issuing of say we are the 10th road. We have 100 bucks. So at the time the NDC buy no material on site 0. Project not executed. She says suppliers in also demand your musica. Suppliers be by a crampona. Ultimate Tracy say, I'm now all supplying material on site. You know, there was a storekeeper that received. But ordinary pro forma about say, SA and when they take the whole investigation. Exactly. Exactly. And also the ministers now almost say abongo ejuma Prof. Samuel Disho Musa nyomu ye wasa enyuma no hunu. They should be telling the public before handing over Boteman to Senate Eddie Emma TDC almost so as we hear a whole lot of visibility to say yes start here for him Eddie Akosi Infa. And the ejuma no our ministers over the years no should be speaking to answers that Ghanaians are begging for. They should stop being quiet, and I don't like it. Especially my NDC ministers, I don't like it.
As former parliamentary candidate, some more you want Attorney General advice. Sa project that then I come room.
Yo, that's it. Minchia omo mutie nyina.
Omo joso.
Konkata masu for so minchia omo. Afia. Advice no.
O voice name papa nti patcho bank microphone no.
Advice no. Eno na ma print copy. Ada Attorney General Emma. And
then they also raise your voice. My ask voice number. O voice are low.
Ana okay.
Ebi a be mask na I don't know.
Ma menyi mayi na me. Say dey yo.
Eye kakra.
Great. Ana advice or the man minister e wa hase. In fact, that minister epese or review contract no okay. Wa advice no. Ana o hwe mu. Na what check
advice by year ben.
Letter way was 8 May 2019.
2019, okay.
Yes. Na I say 16th November 2018, Anna Minister for Works and Housing, Honorable Samuel Tachia, former, or no actual Kokoma Attorney General. Then, there, Gloria Akufu. And also so a shame. In fact, almost the contract document, everything, Edika, Edikoye. I know share. Now, they don't know what you say. A quite bumwa and making kind portion, Kakra. When we say contractor no indicate say or per se or terminate contract no.
Contractor nankasa.
Contractor nankasa. Meanwhile, na contract no mo de man no. Na as I say a terminate around July 2016 or 2017. Me here. That is a terminate around that time.
Ah, omu tue sika ni nyina ma contractor no.
Omu tue sika ni nyina ma contractor no. So, that there was no need. Just say in agreement, that time, contract, time I day.
Aso. But end to me so sa because it was a soon based on whether we are dino or not.
Mankasa atnase ashishe said that time omu project no.
Okay.
Etianye contractor eye MPP aban ebesan ye.
Okay.
Eye contractor no any the then administration NDC
okay.
Sign ye.
Okay.
And we say by that time there omu be let us say mati omu sa aye den every. Now this $200 million omu de ye say ebesi 5,000 units.
5,000 units.
5,000 units. Now, before say ebeba parliament, na cabinet, I'm approval on that. At the cabinet is also who say, sa $200 million, ebeti me see the 5,000 units.
Okay.
I don't more approve here. And they call parliament. Parliament is also doso moi, I don't so ema approval. See go see 5,000. Maybe yeah, ka say na ye tria be ye say 170 something, $178 million. Edi amadi pano. Ah, say, me no work say even 1,502 na ye ka ho asem no kra no. Enye complete sa. So we no. Na what is so 5,000? What is so the aba? Ya mosike almost everything. Now we say sa 1,502 no e de beti me aye. Na wo ye calculation no.
Wanwe ho ana.
Wanwe ho. What you say? E honum ade hu say ade we de e ye kra ayi can say create root and share as pronounced by the can say
a court of appeal judge bin
yes, Supreme Court judge. So we dey no. Because how can this be? What ye enkamusi be 3,000 bi kra na mo kasi oh ebia sika dan so 5,000 no. Yetimasi more than half. Who see 1,502 with sika ebetimasi 5,000 and you are saying he said then enti Attorney General's report no kire say once a contract nankasa expire contractor no any legal basis bi say oba be terminate ye can say contract bi abi minister so any just a man no more than ho kra say or kwa terminate ayi because there is no
but hope see Ghana for sika any de ma contractor no
yes
it is I was so see 5,000 not when see na say any time near the man atwuma de aka na ye koje ne ada na Attorney General na koje scan
je de beje
da ben 4 years
ye beje scan no
4 years atwamo
nya botre be say adai sika de say ye ya court ka say tua obetima de interest crack
no da be hope say no na ma enkofo eblemu mo so MPP for no say
mbremu ye de
say blemu mo say 4 years una
work how can you take someone to court how akwa touch evidence na court no betwe e de asem no akwa touch say
evidence ben adan no
na de na court sa sika wo pese ehyigu ana
oh hope see nipa no kotena mu
3,500 ayi edan anka ebesi obi afadi ni ejai
me obi anka say jai ba na 4 years mo nko court
me say look we lawyer
me a law student
we a law student et you find so you lawyer what you am
law student
we do you student what you say e dey say na okay we court aye ko je cha dey
there be but hope the point still remains say
now the evidence base you know since here woman nipa ko kwetena mu how are you going to prosecute
who to be prosecute abra nipa tim
what
inti Ghana sika na ye dey see dan na
say na okay
there be hope see eno kwa na be ya dance e kire say court no contract no so see 5,000 but we see 1,500 pay the 1,500 na bank for
afia nyabotre ye beji esika
da ben 4 years
ye esika ye be ye dan no ama manfo atem go wa ko sagra mi ho angaza
me sagra me ko wa
system no drainage system nothing and that just like that go and see what is there.
What about now the anybody so say what should the contract itself say contract ni include the sewer system so onye ni nyina kan na say no your counterpart
ko create a city e ye nwura mu de akwakoje ye city e dey say na wo kan ade na che say nka ban na nkasa den no na che say woni adi so ade hunu ana Wo kwa ko create city. Wo nya drainage, wo nya sewage, wo nya hwe. Nature say wo kwa ko tuye sugagu just like that. Na mo kwa ko etena ho dum so for best of an ebini. Nsuo to mbeden no matena ho. So wo ne tie no. Sadio madi ngina eni ho. But we are saying say, look, wo bintimi fa Ghana sika ndi free. Ada Ghana sika wo fa dia expiring date ni ho. Eti ege process. Ni am making sure me I was shocked. Me nim say chief director of Grampo wo ka this ya na. Meti some papa dey say sika kese so ofie no. What you say? And
4 years more to me am na fe.
Wo no the minister then. Manu kwan wa manu permission. So then akwa change. When I will change say wo musi 1502 no. In case say changes now ye no. Case for parliament. Na parliament and ratify. Say okay, you can say 5,000. But someone to be near 5,000. Na mu fi say dia. And yes so ya hwe ya je to mu say 1502 no. Munye. In case for cabinet. Na cabinet ditum esa ko parliament. Wo call records in parliament ya amount $200 million. You see 5,000 units. Now Uber call ground no 1,502. Dia China man for fiskana kwakodi. Hwe edan no enya de besey. Eye propaganda na ngrofo ye.
Oh no, but he is also talking about say deterioration. Deterioration. Say na esi ono obi antimu a.
Oh. Etu metetia. Afia. No waka bibi say kofo de dey different ya ma contract. How can you believe this? Ya mo bi contract no acha say no osi dan.
Also mo hampeki omo.
One tier explanation man.
Also mo hampeki omo.
Mo hampeki omo sisey.
Ya ma ti say the way a constructor G contract. Enti me Anthony ya ma me one block. Yes even go see. Anytime I pay material, cement, iron rods, blocks.
But there should be a contract on that. Say one block.
So I have a contract with the ministry.
As a sole person for one block.
And now, yes, supply me material, intimate material. Ministry.
But there should be a contract on it.
And I'm saying there is a contract.
Okay.
But we won't say one contract and AG.
Okay.
And the difference is there. At the time a new government buy say you need to take stock of the number of housing units that have come up, whether at foundation, lintel, or whatever level. Then you go to stores. It is a materials supplier, all those correspondence must be equal before you can continue. That was where maybe a point of disagreement by say Niama ya supply any nya any sika nkrofo demanding and corresponding. That is the challenge with Kufuor's affordable housing. Are you getting me? And you know some of these things you are aware. Unim party chairman ni organizers are no more contractors outside no. Omwensi but no nyina ye tu
omo. That be almost mo best of omo. Aside that krano. Omo travel mo 8 years old. And nana okay until Lesi ba ye ya.
That project started under the former MD for TDC before we complete here.
Former MD ben.
Joseph Joe Abbey.
Why you who?
Tie. Oh. When was the site handed over to TDC? Go and check it. You don't move.
I listen a bit.
Abbey never failed, Mama, because the handing over of the site to TDC alone was a challenge. And yeah, it's not about Abbey, it's about their corporation. Go and look at how the handing over was, and then the site possession. Any Nyama is from here. Honor, didn't you complete Botema? Botema, affordable ANV and Senate.
Yes, about Botema.
So the same ministry handed over Botema to Senate at the time of handing over. Bibiako too, they were able to take stock, did everything, and then they finish it. TDC handing over, no, almost some of the part. Look, I know the challenges that went into all those things. Sometimes the ministry was part of this whole thing. You can't blame Abbey, but he did all the work and handed over, and then Alice took over, and then they went ahead to do.
But Alice now check Kania in Syoko. There was no Kania. Senka Abbey buy and not check Kania in Syoko. And Kamama could have even sold.
Abbey had a focus on. Doing what they were doing in Tema Township.
I think why you're correcting a country and was okay. You see, it's in America say, I just as a Corimampon, ever as evidence. But till my dear, ye came or hopon, dear ever ho. ya ye ni nyina aba bisi ase na anu ya eyi ye ka ne sey o chehene eba woni na hemfo eba president ho e wo Jubilee House we hwe eyi ye ka ne sey dualization ani ye e wo Kumasi kwan mu insawatu Apaja Junction eyi mu betena so 8 years o man tachi o ma ja no ho sabre afi na ye saade no eni ne kai ka from ne je no e kwan no moye insawatu Apaja Junction manye ye tena so e bom futuro sa 8 years answer eti ne ye ka nyina ne se sa ayi wedie eye ade a esese Ghana fo nyina eso hwe video no makokotwa na na me hwe eye ga de sei oh papa we ne na no ye pizza you are saying
bien
papa yo political no ye pizza and pizza no go ya obeye
Hopsi so kaso
ayare cough
no ye pizza
oh na
I don't know about it so no ye pizza minim say no ye pizza
oh I see the business are no ye no
good job mom yeah a good job
secolo no ye adwuma wo pizza joint bi no obebie bi wa ha sei anu so grant manyina anu wakọ gina ho na wonu ankasa oba be clean the praise no odi amma nkrofo amoma han look you talk like this you want to be a president and you talk like this
look can we discuss the issue and then leave all these ones
and no sa propaganda na enamu
the point is also that 4 years we betina so investigation be na we am antumi anwie na man to adan ne so
o law na wo sua no wakwadi mu kakra anya hwe no watwabu half anamewa period na sisa wo sua no watwabu half at least minim say wasua contract law any basic ayi
but I am saying I hope nipa no crowd so on 5,000 the fact say went to me anya 5,000 a breach of the fundamental law a breach of the contract
maye konkota che say ye pese yintino ni attach ne keke no obi afa no hodi look me say wo ye bibia evidence wo ho prosecution start here court would like to go to the site and see for themselves as an evidence what you say because when timin kan ya kase no no court be kase okay CID for ne court officials mun kon access press no mun take video na mun fa me kire ne yenhwe the state the ye hu sa samu amoka no e ye do kra na se je no kre the moment wo be ko sisi ase oh ye di nkrofo kwa kogu mu ni ade no obi afesi ka di free esisi agisika no yes charge wo mo tia any interest ye ti bi dia ye aside that no minister yi adika babeka ye de no call office the first ye ka dey say site a wo call ye e Instagram
minister
ayi ye ka say
asenso
enye sa na attach aso ye
we dey say the first year I call ye Instagram because waba as I say was assess situation
that's no be hustle 4 years or assess here and go siaga
was assess na say ana make catch say why initiate process yeah why wonim sadi we say catch ye prosecution wonim nipa obe prosecute
why
ana the person so say watch the ball ashe na botu mo bio one na ekoi special prosecutor what would you know special prosecutor watch board
special prosecutor I deal with there's a government people voted for but special prosecutor yet to Obama president the president has to appoint general. In any case there's an attorney general
don't disappoint the public
attorney general is the lawyer for government ono na djuma no na ya phone bi ya special prosecutor so he's the chief prosecutor on to be prosecutor don't blame
corruption cases in nano what is the functions of the special prosecutor
any corruption cases nyani jamanu that is not to say are you saying
high level corruption like this
are you saying say na attorney general adwuma abawie say special prosecutor
what I mean they say high profile corruption cases like this you know follow under special prosecutor
and follow under AGBO and follow under AGBO
wo mu ji adwuma hand in hand AGB advice e wo ho e dey kai ka ho wo be boa no everything the process in the kai ka nyina but the pop gina court a prosecute no a special prosecutor
okay so why is the evidence say AG dey your friend saying Matiamedu is there evidence or the Matiamedu where is the evidence say AG at the Instagram housing project in Matiamedu
what is the evidence
yes
na onim cases e dey call Matiamedu wa wajadi na go wa say
we can one we can na also the chairman we got TDC ma Ian Okoye protocol and administrative officer e wo TDC Ian good evening you may
Good evening, Afia.
Mpacho sa ho ye de.
Oh yo, Brena ya bre.
Ende mo bra mo pay ho bre na mo bre na wende.
If affordable house na ma be di fie.
If you affordable house Sagle mi dia no ehama se. Eche TDC ase.
Davi Sagle mi ada ministry no directly da.
Okay.
The kai say minister buy no.
Peja voice kakra ma me.
Yeah, sorry, mi chia wo tie fu
Obi aje so.
Any meeting your brothers or more, no, 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 hoping. Michamunia. Miss Kaiser Minister Bayern, the first place I acquired as part of touring the affordable housing during March was to also look at the Sanglemi housing project. I know any affordable housing anyway. But one of the issues are now because of the housing deficit, or to look at the issues over there. Now, I recall say or integrity say obesha all the stakeholders involved. No much require issues in war on number resolving. I think there are some legal implications and you might be war message. I know, sir, there's a serious priority to make sure, sir, our housing project, it will be completed under this regime. Moving forward.
Mame, affordable. How many housing units now?
Okay. Mame breaking down. Oh, your affordable housing project are under state housing.
Okay.
Also, President Kufuor time, say every region you affordable houses. But TDC in mandate within Tema region, any its environment. Now, as part of operating within Tema, Katamanso a part of the region. And during Kufuor time, not affordable housing was part of us. But Botema is under SNET. And Okufodia housing project. And yewo Kumasi there and so under state housing. And ultimately there. And though we have affordable housing projects, some of them are under state housing, NAD under SNET, NAD under TDC. So as a protocol and administrative officer for TDC, let me concentrate on that of TDC. The first phase of the affordable housing project, under TDC, is completed. Now, a new project started under Kufuor, ex-president Kufuor. During NDC time, under Mitisena me brother try from the
Ian, first mobile mobeto affordable housing na contract that so I baby a project na do any contract sum any nipa cry de emema mo so omunya affordable na contract that so.
To be frank, the project was being run like to say who see one unit be now we are so the contractors themselves were not happy, and the pace by which the project was going was not good. So even with the first phase, this whole place was supposed to be 2,800 units, which will be built on a 50-acre enclave. The first phase was nowhere completed, and then it is now that we have completed 15 blocks under the first phase, which has been taken over by the National Housing Mortgage Fund under the Ministry of Housing. And in Meno Okasa Siciano, a number of blocks are occupied. 93 new blocks.
93 they are we.
Yeah. We have almost provided for a number of 44 number of existing structures.
But you also old contractors No.
So from Kufuor time, now 46
number of existing blocks and na I say ye young wetuma. And na as ye demolishing 44 blocks. But total number of apartments 3,000.
Total number of apartments is 3,000.
Yes.
Okay.
But they care about blocks too because total number of blocks need 150 number of blocks.
150. Okay. And I say ahina nipa betimi atenam.
Oh, yeah, 150 apartments and comforting during COVID time yeah, the general hospital nurses been at the omwom. And aside that, you know, moving on into 46 blocks are 46 blocks, you know. You multiply it by your friend is saying 8 apartments in all. And also a part of we phase 2 no.
And they say more we you bet me affordable housing in the more we.
Oh, 41 says yeah, zero money at the 41 Kaza flat for first phase are. Ye bubu ye ni nya locate omuko.
Okay.
And I say mami explain bibi in perspective now. To be frank, now water infrastructure I want on nenye. Lighting infrastructure so also was not done. And as we speak now, no, the road networks within the affordable housing is being done. The your friend is saying fence wall will be constructed. And we also need to put it in perspective. Say all this thing is being done as part of the internally generated funds of TDC. Obianko funds can be TDC say you skaway na for complete to affordable housing. And you know,
the contract now you the mass contractors so omunya affordable housing share no. Say can dey share go. Omo dia manasa.
But not the pace by which the IGF was being used to construct the affordable housing. It's not the same pace.
Okay.
Because they say contractors are working 24 hours. They are on site.
Okay. If you only can hear
yes.
Okay. TDC internally generated funds. And I'm there.
Yes,
okay.
It's our
okay.
IGF. Now, Minister of Western Housing, any Minister of Finance for Eto there's something that we also need to let the public know. This time, affordable housing, you know, any housing scheme now, you know, there's something called the National Housing Mortgage Fund. No, public sector workers, to me access fund through Ghana Commercial Bank for a mortgage. And you know, say who you be a worker. Now, who ye demand a finance or person who baby now do titwa. You can access that fund, you know, through GCB mortgage. I don't know, you're trying to rent to own. You rent the apartment based upon a mortgage facility, and if you are based upon salary, which is 2,000, no matter that you have 1,000 cities as rent over a period of 10 years, you know. Now, what we are
okay.
You know, eventually the house becomes your own.
Okay. To say the TDC dying now, we are no meboa.
Absolutely.
Okay, but something.
No, so no, and no crown no issues. Wow, by it near there. Well, completed site 3.
Okay, but yes, site 3 more complete. In fact, no, dear, we have to give. In start here, Abe Moon start here. TDC.
Absolutely, you find issues for. And Charles making sure so on the board no transit cassette. I deal with a continuous project. And also now they call to baby. Because say young Chasu near me making sure say this is the one we need you better resolve it.
Okay.
And I think we have a competent minister. And I should also say state housing is also Bob one more year. You're making sure say in the next phase, no, public sector housing are going to go on in all the districts.
Okay.
But
before I go in the next, you know, you said you more dino, you who baby is canoe. Because I know any contractors is Ghana for Sika because they are can you also TDC, they are running internally generated funds. Until it's their Korea affordable housing, which means contractor for Nisika or Mojana Nupenu reference to no. I'm not dealing in a co. that cannot be allowed to happen.
Limited liability company, if yeah.
Oh,
limited liability company.
Do I TDC then who so munim into the events here? Say they are targeting a ministry, no, or buy a contract bank. Why near man 1 city, 2 city, and look when Nukraka say NDC minister crown or labula. Or say, or giant DC minister so my D. What was sign contract no DB? And now my contract and then to me 5,000. No quite 1,005 because you name 10% for you chroma. 10%, na ma dey no quite 1,005 instead of 5,000. You see when you GYASO. Simple. How the TDC nim to the koda.
I understand also why, but housing dia easy. But
him say easy. And a contract and so obey. And a ministry mo sign contract. Into the year and a year oh man how into the koda. Ye be GYASO.
Kaiser flat so enchebia na no so no ye ba be start.
Kaiser flat there no. Kaiser flat there no. Okay, na say no mubu tu no maja de aka nya ma anwe ne se.
Dabi so far na Kaiser flat na eye 13 blocks.
Okay.
Ye bu by God's grace ye tumi demolish 5.
Okay.
Emma aka the rest, so we're going to start the first phase.
Okay.
And make sure say you start something and then it will change the face of that particular enclave no.
That's it. Because what the moya be boate mapa ko Pfizer e Kaiser dan do bia kan architect say e be kum nipa asase wo so next time
it's part of the tema urban
development na do penu si embusa say for the court injunction and stop nkama ye dada minim so mo de 48 engineers regiment for kra na be ye because soldier for no ye adwuma pa here me na wase ye na ante ale so ase woman with vision because we emema bebre ba o man che de ntumi anye say de nupe abenum de o mo sabe fa ho o man ntumi anye abenum de o mo sabe fa ho o man ntumi anye Alice and what deliver hands down nupe nu so on me ntwen but we abedin san nam ho abentumi anye hute me I was born in Tema. I know
can say Echebia no so wa uni so
when you cross up Kaiser flat the any be musi we are into the need baba
no ya do a carriage road no when you construct you on from motorway run about to affordable
the construct in the pram boom look when you view boom. Oh, I see internet bon cocos. Oh, solid.
Yes, cocos. Obu ya kaluto
solid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's bebre. Chantialis my pa. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you abema Ian ne twetwe nkomo head of protocol Emma Tema Development Corporation TDC. And what you say ombetimi aye adwuma no say de say na efata pa. In fact, TDC deliver. Ba o si member o so bi em.
Dey make kan no want. Me say enche na me ne MC.
Obey MC o.
Enche me MC.
Nukwe no we are say hope sin be MC o.
On na kana meeting.
Hey.
Minam na titi.
Oh na tete.
I just said they disrupt.
Oh okay. But we MC so anya bad. Just that we MC
on be who landlord or tiano.
Landlord nukwe no professor MC. E pon there. Hope but hope nya all jokes aside. Pon there ya NDC seat. Two person unya pon or send this for there. Omo your right hand man.
Assembly Jene Kita strength.
Yeah. Bon dear. Any problem. One mood mu say. No pedi mu say. MPP wa ban mu. Eti obi obaba bia no. Wo ye dan a ye nko fa ndisi ni mba. Eti ono wonim sa. Ochina bi ebi omo baba ban mu no ne so ye dom ni assembly.
Obebo landlord amani a. So na obebo me amani. We are we ye di boy.
Before I go no explaining how 4 years matna abemu and you can still not bring the money of Akoya. Mo say NDC foreman contract so see 5,000. We see 1,500, 3,500 no. Sika no we 4 years mo ti abemu. Cash for seats mo koye yante. Mo koye double salary. Mo ntumi an prosecute obi a. Just say you have the men. Aden na mo njiska no ma. Because that's called Mumma Kakra, bit me the sea. Why say did I can't win? Aha, me too. We are good. We are dear. A month for per water. As soon as you are a month for take trouble, no, I said, say nkumani eh
woyɛ ya na wodi nkati efra bɛnkwan na wodi nkrume gum ni ade ade no ɛyɛ na mama fo twa wo but woyɛ good you have the so aha nti
ɛyɛ adwumɔne kwa
ye meka ne sɛ wo so MPP mu a royen wonya de ndisi be hyemu pɛ wasɛe asɛm no
no but you see
ɛma wodi ati wo asɛm a meka wodi ati mi wo wɔn wo sɛ ya ye bibi ade ne nyɛ so ye mu it doesn't matter what they will tell you so you ndisi ni ndisi so ye na wo so mu a huru won me fan this MPP me bata ho wo be ye champion ewo can say Africa how ati misro that is ya be the man we
so answer question no 10,000
you can say attorney general study agina what my advice back for but me read the advice was it with advice as follows. 1, since the agreement expired in June 2017, there can be no termination of non-existing agreement as requested by the ministry. So, number 2, the agreement having expired in June 2017, the purported notice of termination by the contractor has no basis in law and is therefore of no effect. The ministry is therefore advised to write formally to the contractor rejecting the purported notice of termination. 3, since the parties to the agreement are bound by the agreed accrued rights and obligations, notwithstanding its expiration, the ministry is advised to demand specific performance of the obligations of the contractor as contained in the expired agreement. Alternatively, a demand may be made by the ministry on the contractor for a refund of all overpayment as well as interest subject to conduct of value for money audit. Then finally, in absence of valid explanation for the variation of the terms of original agreement, it is advised that the matter be referred to appropriate authority for criminal investigation.
Appropriate authority be AG.
And now, for AG straight to. Now, appropriate authority.
AG report now okay. AG report now okay.
AG report.
AG
advice.
If you have polo control ni nude pictures, AG would in the court. Obi see 5,000 when see no see 1,500. AFIA. O see appropriate authority. AFIA. Na appropriate authority be na one beyond AG.
AFIA nyabutre. AG enye criminal investigations. Wamunye. AG.
Or advice on criminal cases.
You can say be just omushe. Womuma CID.
Yes.
DNA.
But advice is good.
Womu na be investigation. Womu ye wia, wono ne de we no a criminal activity.
But we put the
court.
Fine. Okay, criminal. But two months. Okay, criminal. The civil aspect.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was your 3rd or 6th point. There be. Yeah, your 3rd or 6th point. Or say there have been breaches before the last one. Was that page? No.
That's right.
Can be. 3rd
one was it since the parties to the agreement are bound by the agreed accrued rights.
Yes.
And what? Obligations.
And obligations.
Notwithstanding its expiration.
Exactly my point.
The ministry is advised to demand.
It's advised to say. And then I make a yes. Obi no wire contract. Who age say the Adiana expire, but notwithstanding the expiration, the ministry and the contractor are bound by the terms of it.
That's right.
Now age. That's right. Based on that, you can start a civil matter. Civil matter on the breach of the contract.
Civil matter say.
Civil okay, fine. Okay, AGPO can say they are not a party, but public policy.
But me can brofo.
Brofo na make sure say OCA say AG person GC no pa.
Yeah.
Who do we need crew to wusi awusen ohene santem and say the terms of contract between the Ministry of Works and Housing and the contractor na breach.
Whether abaya criminal matter.
Enya nyina na criminal. This is a civil transaction.
The 4th man was it is advised that the matter be referred to appropriate authority for criminal investigations. AG na determine say asem no a criminal case.
But say we hear evidence no akoko. Before the criminal issue come, there's a fundamental civil issue.
That's right.
Contract terms on
the contract is there. Everything is there. And I may say, why issue?
Why is the criminality? No cry AG na kasa crime.
The criminality is that.
Why is the criminality?
The criminality is that. The criminality
fraud and I say then.
The criminality is say what the idea for parliament. What ko catch parliament say, mami 200 million, Messi 5,000 amount. and a parliament adwodwo mu ano si oh wasem ne ye je 200 million kokosi 5,000 wako now fee say 1,500 now betimi aya says all back to parliament. One month back to parliament now wakoso with the 1,500 no about be ye can say criminal matter.
Okay, subject
so you know criminal matter we don't go handle no what you mean go handle is a civil case.
No there's the contract nakasa is a civil contract. A agreement between parties, the ministry and the contractor. It before crowd be criminal no. I was so dealing with the civil aspect of it. That is the contract I'm signing here.
AFIA.
But since still me question no. 4 years matna kunyaso. This is your 5th year in your second government. Till 4 years more to me and this cano. I'm a yesika contract and infendi for 3,500. I feel na mobile prosecuting. And I feel na mobile evidence. And no penuka no.
Easy say. Masoria kodu pedu fesika no bra do dia bo.
If you me
easy sir. What you
you have the men. Oh, I feel don't catch it.
Yeah, propaganda prosecution. That is one thing about MPP.
Oh, okay.
Answer near do obi kokoto no. Near kita facts.
Okay.
Yeah, making sure say case ya ye di koi ye ko awene agisika ene ehun interest.
Okay.
Enu nti.
Mami trial year 2019.
What say?
Mami age no. This is an attorney general report.
May 2019.
Into any evidence enough?
What say?
Any evidence enough?
I'm saying you refer no to. You can say the appropriate authority. CID is working on it.
And CID is saying.
Special
2 years in CID is saying.
Oh. None of them made
hey, Hopsy.
One more year, this or my conclude. Nkoma conclude. I send commission court. And I'm what. It's one conclude here. 89 court no.
No, because Hopsy, they okay. Me no nanka.
AFIA.
You call we are money sika. How did you say 5 years in India? Be my chance. I find an age cultural report. Say ya minimum mienu and ye koya boni ye kofa o mani sika enka age beka sa fe no better report will be there for
how many years why you media na take how many years
eno na nkoko
ama end susu grab am mo say okay ade no kra no court ajatum say e ye kro no tua wo mutimi ji
don't convolute the issues
8 years wo mutimi ji ye wo mutimi ji ye ye ba ye na ja ye awura mu kakrakra ye jiji ja de
maji wo yo media no
oh ya jibi pa
after mu di twa anwum wo yo me
bisi ya jibi
majibi
oh ya jibi na se bia bisi aje
look when mo na mo sign a contract no
AFIA minim crime me said the project was in phases.
Okay.
The first phase was to deliver 1,500.
Okay.
Now
how long was the first phase to last?
Me kita contract until mean duration. The first phase was for the constitutional OAS to deliver 1,500 for the first phase. But I mean, say first phase no koji 200 million. The entire contract.
Entire contract.
Fine. It is a say.
Because I mean something I
fine. Now, me kai say attach across same site. And on the constitutional OAS abasu say they are yes since they are the most diligent contractor. Ni voice now more process you commending them on the drainage system on ni road
drainage.
Oh, now who go city onya drainage? Who's drainage ni o?
Yeah, wako.
Oh jai, it's underground. Look, almost at the project mean in Krampo na ye wo boys wo me ma call say omo ye system.
Hey,
there's a central system.
It's not true.
Oh jai, don't come and embarrass yourself.
Nkofo na ye drainage wo.
There is a central oh jai
with Obi.
Yo, see, so Atacha came back to say that thing, and I think the company issued a statement. Look, project management is simple. And say who sit down here, uma contractor. Say contractor no was site. So already certificates for payment. Yes, suma surveyors. Quantity to go and do measurement as in Etia. We anything if they want to apply project management techniques. Ministry for last 4 years, all they need to do is to deploy other AESL. No more site, with the contractor, no more architect, no more surveyors. No more measure, say, near your approval book with their drawings, and no never honumana. So, in the execution of the project, at what point did you see, say, Sikana Parliament approve here, Nensu, enti, why a Juma Brusika, Yamau. This whole thing, I wasted 4 years, and then Asensu Buachisa sisa a team of the ministry, technocrats with all as I could the same side for the view of the one. Is it usable by the people? If it's usable, what are the steps? 2. Say dream ni katasishebia kosu in the implementation of this contractor. Who are the elements who are culpable?
At the time 2016 and then this more exit power. Ma assess and say, yeah, my contract say say first phase cry.
Can you call Collins Dada to answer these questions?
Yes, I won't answer, Mano.
Why should I come here answering when somebody was appointed to be a minister?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Are you getting me? Me answer that question. To tell the Ghanaian people, say you were entrusted with the public purse to execute a project. At the time you were handing over, what was your handing over note?
Your friend, I first something he know.
When a tia sika on whose authorization? Because minister, you are not a spending officer. You authorize for payment. Susuye ben technical report ben a full in the buy and a convincing once and a authorize ziblim.
So
say pay a amount to constitute. These are the things I want my minister to be talking about.
Minister order. Why authorize it?
Who is telling who?
Collins Dada did not authorize.
So
who
what
authorized?
are you talking about here?
Who authorized?
What one kasa? Are you chief director Nankasa?
How can you be talking like
How
this?
can the chief director authorize without
himself and pay?
A minister?
But here both ministers.
You see, so in the first place,
is one thing.
And
actually, what is happening?
Say any minister, yet that commitment say on no authorize it, but he has witnessed a payment. That means I should be in jail. He should be in jail because your duty and responsibility was to authorize payments before it is done.
He paid the money behind Collins Dada.
So then, what competence?
And
chief director.
Yeah, into you no assembly say oba aye na obehu say we tua behind your back no. Then a Collins Dada so yeah.
Oh, na say wo free ayi no mo free abai mu.
Oh. You see, we can't do this to ourselves.
We can't do that.
And no more uncover aside way.
There be.
So the minister that took over should have initiated the process against the minister. How many years? What are we talking about here? I'm getting angry with this.
Papa, 3 phases na no. Was it the chief director of the ministry, Alhaji Zibrim Yakubu, signed the second and restated agreement dated 21st December 2016?
He has no entitlement to that.
You wait.
There's an entity tender committee of the ministry.
Even the chief director may be acting as an agent of the ministry. It is said the Collins Dada can in law.
Where was the entity procurement
authority minister now
of the ministry?
The minister now authorized you.
And the minister
did not authorize you. And you were able to sign this.
So it is void. It is void. That contract is void.
Mamifa you need to with the contractor, which changed the terms of original agreement.
But just start the sentence.
Was it the chief director of the ministry, Alhaji Zibrim Yakubu, signed the second and restated agreement dated 21st December 2016 with 21st December 2016. No more lose election.
21st December
2016. No more lose elections.
But there was a government.
I'm sure Collins Dada was in the constituency.
The year because was year behind Collins Dada.
How? Yes, because but 26 Collins Dada may be in his constituency. Okay, but his office was still in place.
Change the agreement to the following. 1,502 housing units were to be delivered in 3 different stages of completion as follows. 1,024 housing units to be fully constructed. B, 388 housing units to be completed externally. And 3, 90 housing units to be left at foundation. And
these were all to be in the first phase.
First phase.
Yes.
No, 3 phases.
No. This was to be in the first phase.
We're dividing
different units of housing.
Who see 5,000? What could change the agreement? What's our money 3 levels? At the first one, we 1,024.
First phase.
320 388. That's also more competing externally. That is
see, there's a technical definition of what you are reading. These were all for the first phase.
What can figures 3 yamabubuya? 1,024, 388, and then nanti okadi nyina bomu about 1452.
Okay, which is the first phase? Oscar 1,005. Yeah, first phase.
Me say, ayina me kan no went your home.
Me tie.
The chief director.
I don't go change here.
Sign
agreement. So original document.
Change the whole agreement.
Okay.
What is here?
Okay. Which he doesn't have the powers.
Without approval of cabinet, without approval of parliament, without authorization from your minister. AFIA, you see, yet you come here. Civil servants disika ni edi watem ni edi
politician
atem what is it na ye watem ni edi matem
so
na ye ya betra say ya ye woka yi just say asifu say
ko bebre nim no bebre obi anti ni di won no person
obi antu aba
exactly meanwhile say when dey bebo eja qualified dey dey bebo qualified dey dey bebo
dey nukpenu so say say nukpenu so say say Collins that ntumi a ana wanhu a atachia ba e de ohun ye enti what did you do
attach adwuma de kita me
enti 4 years no paper pen na munya ma ye wanya ye sika na ma ye
AFIA dey na
is AFIA
4 years
AFIA obi a we lawyer to ye can say
lawyer ma fa we mba
lawyer ba how go say
AFIA ministry award project which is a parliamentary approval. The select committee on
works and housing, yes.
Almost more oversight responsibility. Enti emra ye project we nyina no parliamentary select person say on one site visit and recommendation and guiding minister. 2, there's an entity procurement board of every ministry. It's a variation because they bring the technical advice for variation. It is a attorney general catcher say Ziblim, Mati say he's late. The late Ziblim, quite nice, no very year, and for 4 years. Yes, Bibia and Odiako Ua, and the Ghana Ghana from paying for 77 yamwea. Ghana paying for Ayedio Maisu yamwea.
Yeah, Tony.
Look, how can we do this to ourselves? Reading this thing is a shame. And it is a true and authentic advice. Then attach as a lawyer sat there.
Missy will refer this to the appropriate
authority. Which appropriate authority? Has power. Power, as minister.
There's a fundamental breach, and now a law should. There should be a prosecutorial action.
So you don't just go in for prosecution. There should be an evidence.
Evidence to vary a contract that he has no powers to. And you said, CID go investigate. CID go investigate. No.
Sorry, keke court.
And the mutina on
individuals have issue. Then me call me lawyer who say, "Ni suwa." Lawyer no sorry and say, "What can you tell me?" Questions.
Yeah, but when you 2019, 2020 abesin ko. This is even the first quarter of 2019. The rest of 2019 abetwem, 2020 ko, 2021 away. Still moon prosecute go beyond GSika.
AFIA, what can you say ya? I am one gagro.
Hopsi. Hey.
As if we say you don't know the system we run.
It is say system.
But what the case ama CID for? Wo frɛ ye nyan conclude ye. Ebi okra ye frɛ do kra wo say oyare wo ye say.
O si mefa ko CID. Mefa ko
CID. Until say appropriate agency no mo this case ama no. E dey report to beba. Ebe ko ye can say
Saglemi housing project enye CID asem.
Wo say enye dey.
Wo say enye CID asem. Where there's a political will. Where there's a political will.
The political will is that what say it is advised that this matter be referred to appropriate authority for criminal investigation.
You see, that is even a wrong statement from the Attorney General.
What you say?
The little I've read under the powers of Attorney General. Who is he telling to refer?
To prosecute. Attorney General prosecutes.
Who is he telling to refer?
No, it's true. He has a point.
You have investigators under your
this is something a minister wrote to
not just a minister, the chief state attorney.
Nyabutrenity. Yeah, Nadia Buga Buga, and where law.
Law need you.
What Edia Papa Attorney General for advice. Contractor Natraba say, or pursue terminated contract. And what for advice. Anna Attorney General say, contract no grano. June 2017. Eti woni powers if you to terminate anything.
Obwa. June cry our power because nipa no kranka say breach dada. Ye 5,000 no anya na ye 5,500.
There be na kwako terminate.
Anya termination. This one has nothing to do with termination.
There na so obwa no.
Obwa in terms of our power so betimi aye hu bibi. Beyond desperation. Point 3 there be hope see. Point number 3 now read you AG report him say irrespective of the expiration of the contract. There have been breaches. And then the Attorney General goes forward to add that there are fundamental obligations and rights by the parties. It's enforced the obligation of the parties.
Minister with that Attorney General.
It's Attorney General not sure report. I don't know what that time no. It is I don't know paper we uncle.
I think say me family no wan gasa hwemana.
The office.
What I'm saying is say attach your track say na tie me pese bi twa contract no advise me. I was say wo document contract bibia wo dia ba bia no betwe mu no ade no kra awu eti woni agreement bia wo kwakwa dey wo kwakwa twam eti tro contractor na twa bra say opese wo twa contract mu wo minister no tro come and say you reject that because there is no existing agreement.
Okay.
That is number 1. Number 2, refer case no ma appropriate agency. Minister no atrama agencies are eses omo yem ho adwuma. Agencies no wie omo adwuma. Na omo de ba. Then Attorney General will go through it. Okay, special prosecutor e kwan da ho say utimi eden. Utimi edi wadwuma.
Did attacher cause a technical evaluation of the project before?
Where's
the technical evaluation of the project?
Oh, that's how no mean kita.
You see this whole thing.
But I know I'm aware of. I've seen that copy from something. I am a copy of what attacher.
According to SAR report way,
sending now implicated here. Why are we still sitting now for 4 years?
Exactly.
Oh,
what are we talking about?
That question must be answered.
Tony. You talk about something. 8 years, multi prosecute here. And there is
affordable housing there.
A lot of a year or more a year with the day and corruption in the country. Prosecute here.
Political talk or platform to need technical.
What would you call Cotonou? More Russian do Cotonou. What would you now win a case against the state?
So it means there's no something
because it's a when you botre anti-chum.
But that's why I hope seeing
when you botre anti-chum. Yanko, Enkodi, and Kugo,
and the
Mukasano, any day, any Mukasa, Bob Bibiano, Yakokota, you're finding the pana, Jessica, interest.
But also, in this 4 years to see a unreasonably long time.
Too much.
Because we are body and Abanti and Kokum. 4 years and by now you should have whatever evidence.
Several cases will obi that remind by 3 years.
And you are criminal, criminal no be remind.
What say you say criminal what I remind 3 years because Nkofo say omunya investigation here. Dia dey na obeti my. Ada ha say nsusu no sad way aye. Enye patapase mu. Eye law.
Yeah, but I hope say no so na ya man Nkofo bebe di mpanifo no ho ya say. E ba na ankran say ya ni bie ya kontomerafo ya. E ho na ya nka law bia sem ya doko. Na ya kratifo no.
Enya ade aye complex sa. Ebi ho evidence yes obi akwa go wi ade. Wa kwatwitu akwa go si obi so se sad nuama. Na ya che na we complex ya yibe no. What you say? Ya che obi ni ache. I don't know straight away. Investigation in Chesa.
Okay.
This is governmental issue. Obi sign contract. Obi ankaje wa fa the minister chia kwa sign atuesika. Emi yase papa wo yawu. Kesi wo gina daka mutim fifiri. So wo dey che. Wo be physical no e di interest aka ho. What you say?
What you want to be physical okruma?
According to records okra. No. What dey maminka odo Mr. Kama make them I mean person me repeat what I say. Na emi yase papa we ya ka dey say no press of free mu emi ya pa. So wo dey no. Eti say na issue ni tie. Na otimi hu say a clear create loot and share. Sad way no. Afia ene se ye nyina ye de ani e ko civil servant so a. Sika ye beti ma retrieve e de amadi.
From civil servant.
Civil servant bi sika wawia investment awaye woka politicians 5 bomo omunibi tama mimi what hear me revenue officer within a month no atimanya 2 billion OCDs
ena moye ne de
one is again no
minti you know ka
can be star me omo konko do omo ne what is yenya hinta ye you know omo timi retrieve sika no so omo ne ate no eti these are some of the things are ekoso ewo man yi mu but hwese ebia me ma ye bibi wa hasisi ye obo se do bia so kufado akufado ye den na nkrofo no mo hyase a wo mu disika no ne e job no mo wo ba adwuma wo te taxi tantantan bi mu na ba besi no asif so onika Saturday koko hye na eyase obo so kitaji wagon and wo dia kwa yase
ni kunukai so
and wo dia kwa yase
na danfo bi kan ya ba
you know this let us come out with one voice let them make sure that this stage yetima build this stage
ye kanu ena ye den the actions that I want to see say NDC say MPP we have had the largesse of the state to run now say my boni now bana all you can do is to produce report that about any dust na mi suma samba na ma be report enu na here na me problem e wa ade we nyina ho say atachia 4 years wakasa bebre ene yenua asensu enti reports atachia ye no is it not enough for him to start action is it necessary for him to move to that side again if ya
na say so kohwe
how
now how can you work without seeing it
ochina say nanado reshafo atachia not the homes in Kotua homes has also moved convoy to Saglemi
you have to see now your minister you can be unu here how do you work on it
o say no dey say na obi abeko na no action
and you say no action minu asenso I say or try every effort to make sure say ya Jessica e dia yesa adwuma no sika Ghana ye twato ho eye bosi e kokoji ye 200 million no okwabane e dia waza ni srem afedi ye se kokopesi sika
you can't conclude on that that is an allegation
saying adi see 5,000 one kasa wunim wa ban e de mas o see 5,000
say oba won't mean chi obi if you have not tested that evidence before you evidence on paper now
is it not true say sika no mu dia wa so musrem 5,000 units why
well
5,000 units.
I know you pen one says
5,000 units na why
that way
as is so see sad dan na wie before June 2017
but hope see nipa kro no see dan no nupa no see a friend saying company no kra
Consuturo OAS Limited
Consuturo OAS umunim no
me ya dago hum
no nupa no munim no mona mo ne sign a contract
ayenim ni sign na kan ni sign
into our is he identifiable now in Ghana
the ministry must be able they have an office
because I don't see why they
no me as a person say minim no but ministry no dealing with an office and the office is in Ghana
yeah until I see to me dey nipa no ba no answer to Ghana for
so the people
they should not be NDC
technocrats now was our ministry no NDC tam one no more
exactly
they are out there apart from as the blue call retirement say assist obi kura be ya second to another ministry they are all in Ghana
they are there
they dealt with an office not a human being
good
and the office is still in Ghana here until we cannot be saying say somebody is not in existence
you see we know
are you getting me
because yeah but sorry what harma we still don't have answers so
afia ne nupe kan ana ke gina ebe ba kwa at least na nado aban mu say nkrofobia kwako gina court am ya convict nkrofobia kra say wonim sa still a ebi so egina court ano first conviction by we say na man for prayer de kakra why should we convict them free them ni de ka ho eni ne ka ho ina say gina ebe ya adwene say okay wo ba na so wanye odioma yie ne ye chewa me ebre bi adameka me so ye minister no wan ko no to hu ye ye ko position ne ye chewa me said ye me ye emre bi na ye di amerika ne ye gugum ne ye toto tie gas gu ye so no me sade no me ye biem so ba be bo me pa se me ma me gina ochi dia be bo me pa on dem nim se adwuma na me kwakoye so won ye tie no eti ye gina ye hwe se nyama betimi atoto ehie na se ye ka se sade we na ekọ ubonsa amanfo sorry hwe media Ghana media kasa ebepia na mikase mu ye problem of this country
yeah media for yeah you good power bia
serious problem
yeah you good power bia
hwe
Muntu mi madwuma ya na mo de media.
We ya wuken. Anna ye yo na ebia ye de nkrofa kwa kogina court. Ya se kokko dam 20 years. Mwambesa traha. Aba e be nko anna say anna free so and mo media for ya. You a problem. Wokwa Europe, US ni e kakeka ho a. Media no the moment a wo say sadie we enye no. Ye nye comparison. They make sure so more retrieve musika. E media no e hwe Europe politicians is slow media for saying a police for ni soldier for. Be Ghana dia de ni hu. Politicians slow media ni because menim say me madam for na afia POKUAA. Ma say ba no ye ya. Wo de ti o me fa phone na me fro sisi a wo afia be stop sisi a. But eka ada me che say wo nkwa na wo kan wo sorry free a obi betena ho. Say nipa no beka. Eti mumma yamboa enfa hu
se nipa na djuma so about gospel a obeka police
enfa no kwenu dia mike unim.
I agree with you.
Wo share the entire media a year hwe na nsen abayo ensesa me di we kura bam but ma me fa nya example wo mode no e call 90 days hwe na kronum be ye for 3-4 days hwe na kronum be ye wo ti ase ya GYASO a ya be sa tena se aka se emranya adwuma ya be tena se aka se emranya adwuma say ya draw president din ya the president as say wa intervene me wa president intervene now ebi mu so ma sinsa petition na petition da kwan wa sinsa petition wa internet say kwan you see eti ese ya ma emra
politics of populism
ya ma emra eya adwuma so woni etie no emra ya adwuma ebebu anyina se echime na emra ni media to di gira bebe o ka se wopsi na emra chi na chese emra ni na di sei ade ono susu be den obetwe no huye se eche no na ni dia me susu bi gira bebe ka se ade ese me hwe me huye ba ontese e be yesa no mesra mo Ghana media mo na yen politicization ene etodo timi handi issue bi na mani agya no wa say issue no etimi ha me papa
if ya me nyina me ko school no me kan ye say ye nananom de omoja twaso e ma enya fa ho die enti ene say yen ye suni ban e say kriya say me meko fiase as a deterrent for you to do the right thing. It should be me asem ba na anu I had a fight with my own party people. I said I will never be a populist because I can be naked before my children in my room. No law will catch me. But when I put it in the public domain and the law says I have no right to do that, let the Lord deal with me. It is our populism, no? I say agree. Me, near course ye our attitude. And I didn't win my call. Ye power me say minister. Ye nyonyama ya shemi. Esa nyonyam no, it comes with a responsibility. Media ni say I scrutinize and make sure the right is done. Technocrats no omu dia ni say omu nimdi omu esua so on be guide na edwuma na ye. Enti say me oversight responsibility manye ni ye na technocrat bi ni nimdi e koya ade a wa committee me a if they are talking about me I curse it because ya shemi nyonyam say we ni so ade hu a udidi amanyoko nechi no ayedi enya tumi no kotena ha na bua me yen hwe competence bebree but when you sit there so timi elevate hu say nyunya ahye me no mingumenim ase enfa ko ka me busua because anything na obeye hu be ba asemboni no say your family tree is going to be run down with that. Etimi ena yewo krum ha minti na aka say NDC former minister bia eboni be se hwehwemu koso na se betoje na wa ultimate committee say we no eye bia ti say obi court na committee say to err is human to forgive is divine anka ye ekrobia anka sa nipa ye man kwenchi ne dia na kokunkwan be bia ansa because wa admit say wafum o man no. And that one, you don't need CID to go investigate. And to me, this report, advice from the Attorney General, any or other technical evaluation reporter, attach regime, on 1 year, the assessing project in a war, say, Bibi womb say Bonibia Kosua, kasa bebrebe no any driving convoy to Saglemi back no ehia. The minister should be telling us say infumso bi akoso. So we refer as a CID, give them time in the next 3 weeks or 1 month ye pemu report. But you refer as a man CID from 2019 till today. Now you hwehwe. What are we telling ourselves? Is the CID not interested to come out with an evidence say yes, there's something untoward that has happened? Consuturo Limited, they have an office. What is the engagement between the office and the ministry as at today? Then also, and then they are signing new contracts. Say never when you know resolve here. And say by 2025, Akufo-Addo administration out of office. Now, Abai Fufraba, now you have commission minister. No, so and na Muhoti project. Yenya investigation. Ni nyina no at the end of the day. Ene sika anka yebetimi de we project yi. Say ye kwa ebia 200 million krampo no and refurbish. What have we done to ourselves? Timi de mese kasa no adoso. O man na ye wo mu no. Maybe no metie I don't want for me political party na.
That be
Enti nya can be ko see fa.
E ko see say we should go beyond NDC.
Who NDC and you never.
That's why I'm telling the supporters. Ghana for no to aba.
Endum kwa monto man endum kwa.
Debi now so Debi must we always vote for a political party? Can't you do independent candidates?
We mun na two leading political parties. Me die me kase me share me Crawford MPP me say look, yeah young men. Crawford no mu di enim no. No ma ye say omo build economic empowerment among family tree. Omo dwinga na. Say yen sorry. Na so why we say who di politician bi echi ne onya tumi na so twa odie e got in afia. There will not be a Ghana for that money that you are putting down. I get me. Look at the nonsense in our environment today. When an ex-convict is being given $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to travel to this country and destroy our environment, destroy our water body. So we are aiding it. And the politician who have Obenya time so running will run to China and go and sign to $1 billion, $2 billion. And we think it's something visionary. It's a excuse me, it's stupidity.
Yes,
we all have a stake. Look, I will continue to be NDC.
More official
but that extremist partisanship, I will not be part of it. Extremism in party politics because MYA. And I want to see my people from the opposite side to be talking like that. This can and NDC away and MPP away. Is that what we want? I don't see it because me dreaming nkora ni nyanwu hu. Oh yes, since I'm a living man who is still fertile, I will still produce. No amount of hardship in the economy will deter our production. Are you getting me? We need to wake up. Meaning if we the same district. Revenue base I work and the kind of development we are getting. I always say when I was a presiding member, I always tell the assembly say one day more revenue collectors say about boom or fold.
Almost no this cano
because mujisi kana ejumana commensurate work is not going on. You one day
I'm for jigo mo private account
because she done yes say what
insulting. It's insulting.
Small barrier keke we cannot expand it.
I get me.
Bomb barrier keke you can spend 4 hours there.
Poor leadership. And Lord. I pray to see the next appointment, whether renewal of the current MCE continue or they say we all go in and say, look, we are NDC, we are NPP. We have a stake in this district because Yam Kunkeke and G district from TME.
Yeah.
We fought for it to
for
get commensurate development. We have been able to evaluate properties and then property owners are not paying an access rate. They are paying as access rate because Obia kita valued assets. Enti say before you have 20 cedi and then say 150 enti revenue no ayebu
okay
enti aden na yentimi nye the needed
for the past 2 years in I say congratulations first IGF.
In fact, Obia send a message. Vida Kofi, why she's virtually fall in love with you. I say this man is very sensible. Now Dave Collins no say tema bese ni insuo ni ho. Me dem see me area me tons da. That make I know
for the past 5 days. Major
notice.
Major
But
me
baby am it insuo kram ma be botumi months ni.
Inti ankasa kra na. Mami wangaza. Insuo ma for the.
Inti am say your final comment
ma me. Final comment ni say. Papa contract is 1412 from records no. That just here 179 million 904,000 $557.78. That in all, you find 180 million. 20 million na akano. Near Ebeka we no ho emania 502 no. What do you see? How can we live in a country like this? So how can we live in a country like this? Ya besre. Ghana, muma yejina yen come together. Ye nana make we say 4 years pa yentimi. What did the opening case in Echipa?
Yeah, cocoa body no fertilizers no. So
who said ya maseko. Once a fe na ye nyinya concrete evidence bia eko. Tommy Tom's can say Tom say more case no I was senate no.
Senate yeah.
Who said people were not willing to give evidence.
Oh, I see.
Any ade. It was a case to call you no. Afe ni etimanya the concrete evidence yes ade omoko.
Okay.
Eti yes re enye rashi kekese nipa ni jina court. Nipa no court. Na se wantimanya evidence am fan jisika no pe na court discharge no. Se munkita evidence sika no ofa kwa kodi free. Eti abesre Ghana for.
Okay.
We are working hard to make sure say Sandema we nyina ebetoto.
Okay.
Na yenim se brepa mu no ebeyeye. Na fe Tony mu mumma ye nyina yemfa one voice. Say look, we are fighting for this country. Obi disika, esese echisika no. Because any si wa ba mu no wo anya bia ni. Obi adi awie ye chi na wo was have na free de ben free de ben. No. Yan chisika no. Ye fan birthday of mine na o man ye den. Enko danim. E no ne ye hwehwe. Evia madam we ya madam mobro we me okay o dachi bia ye ko opposition hwan na ba betwe me say bride do kwakojina court what you say but the mere fact is here wa ban mu no I mean me ya okay eti ebesre ma yenyi politics no ento nchen kakra ana yankasa attitude
you are okay by cutting corners stop cutting corners
yeah attitude so obi aye no atam bola no akwa hwegu obi kwan so obi aye say no akwa ye na fe ana we ya party o mo betu ati aye ni ade hwe ya regional minister what sorry ye last mission me say me bompa ese nyankopon e ma wa hoden every day no on to nkwadam be say with this man the way I was starting no
already mo amon penny for ni bi obi ti say dombo du ma na obema party aye
dombo du be ka say enyesa na oka no
o say enyesa ba me tie ni voice no ndi enyesa
say enyesa no e me de pa
me tie ni voice no obeso asesa na adua no asesa na
there is nothing like human face in this world
woko
let's do it and do it well
woko Medina sisi a baby am one say do ma ye ho no
yeah shake off for no so mo ye
I mean a time will come people will see and see the wisdom in the action regional minister na taking now we also expose the weakness and then from our MMDCs what you say how should one person what you say take the action tell my regional minister I want to do this to make sure say you beautify how you say law and order what more go ahead
and then you do it
regional minister need not to come there personally to come and then give instruction so all
so they ever try ways because Ghana ha yen nyina nim say regional minister na DC because you to me from above so jai
I don't know
jai say what
yes abri obi antimi friend sabri ye nyina ye ba beta nachi ye beta nachi amana ye aduma no na enu satem na manfo osuro say amanfo beto abatia ye no no mo hu say places na sia ye law and order wa wo kwa traffic nim wo twam boko ka mo bo amanfo a nipa na be hu the wisdom in the adwuma yaye abu be ka say oh my ya de ntino ye nto amoso e je say bibia last obi ka na sade o ya mukwa ko bubi nkrofo am ti pavement so am kokko yi omu da ben ye so be ka say ye de Ghana
Dubai
da ben and ye de Ghana be twamboa you see eti mesre ebra na meka ayi manokra ko pa kakra what you say Yanu mo abrochi a omo akoko sua de no omo fa mama boa Ghana omo ntra abrochi ho
ba bebre so ba omo se mo frustrate omo me see this Saturday abrantia ba ko fi China ono aga na ni o ye machine ye koko ye ye boy ye de to me the slice koko no mu ntinya afa ne ekofa akuafo aba afa na ye bebo koko no we yensem o de machine aba ha 2 years ni obi enfi no 2 years ni Ghana ha obi enfi no yes obi okoye ni PhD wo China o Ghana ni watena bet for 12 years ana wasan ye we anka on nsuo na okoko ni mu no omo part ebo koko ni we tsan juice e no na de no aye sichire na fe koko beans no e wo be na machine na dry no na ayam koko no chese Ghana ni ba oh hope asa won te Ghana fa ye say you have an
me de ba fifi boafo
mate me de Ghana fo
me so say bia fifi boafo great ye
oh na fifi boafo
obeye
yo o de ya te ye fancy anum say abusa fo mama fa se da kese man panifo mi enu
we de afia we de mpacho
ade
yesiji
Mr. Budu de no o maka ho asem
nsem hunu do mudi no
maka ho asem
o mu njai wo ti ase ese Ghana eye adwuma
mu party for bitaichi
adeba
party for boys na yes sir adeba party for boys na yes sir mi wa Budu Nupenu Papa was in charge of the electricity company in New York.
Me say party for Techi.
Party for na and me know ya.
Me say enye party for. Tie.
Sure.
And you may be a hodum a corruption related activities.
Because everyone call with the mindset say you combine it what season no. So he's making things difficult. And they talk to big men in the party. We are a corrupt society.
Yeah. I didn't know me.
No, when I me say na me kase from to slow ya say.
Eti na me say aban me bona baso say ye kosa yi governance system no. What you say? Ebe true baby no. Ebe
governance so over here.
Ebe true baby no. Say oba peace OKFM. Na oba be twa advert ayi ngumo number bo ho. Mo wo POS wa ha. Fa wa yi twa. Wo twa ya akọ company account mu. Obi nyina nchen ka say okay. Adi we nka meje 100 but wo de mami 20 na mami 50 na memfa 50 nhya me ho what you say eti corruption no ebe brass kakra once yakọ cashless
to boot ye mechanize ye digitize ye enso still ye ntwa fa ho
oh na
mu issue paper silo mu issue paper
to boot to dia be mami ka ba ko nchro enkrofo na ho no obunya skasi amban you know something
to boot for no
ebi obetu ho no wo pentem wo discard man na wo nye
paper no
Obanse what is scanner to nchen. Kase be ye 1000.
Me say ye nyina
ebe ti matwamu a.
Ye nyina e paper na e jatu ho a on bese sa.
Me jatu me kamu. Me fa mo dala.
Me fa ko be bia da me jatu ho na me.
Me de da me kamu.
Anop ahomachi no mu nam ko.
No ma say ni na. No ma say issue am.
Look.
Yeah. Tobuti ye beti ma you automated a. Ye be ye system.
I was automated to say airport there.
Ghana Highway should sell the card for all of us.
That's all. To say you thought data we a phone so. Simple to data we phone so.
Now we traffic.
A expensive commodity.
E dey no.
Who go say by 4 o'clock I will be traffic mu 30 minutes as we to book one city.
Yes.
Why? America brother answer with a who told no. Na wa punch here.
No wa punch.
Who story a who to butu bia obia. That's so na mo a. Who drew baby abete pin.
What's your honor ya say?
O mateme. What you say? What sense be o hodo mo a. One link to bank account.
I see.
Sa ha say o be link to momo. Etinka motorway ho no. Eye bia ni ho. Ka bia before bia e automatic.
Ate dada.
Wan tua wontimi nko. What you say? Eti se e fa honum na se woni sika wom na se wanti a wo mo de e ho yi e be bra wo fie. These are some of the things we need to do.
But it helps in your mobile net. We want to be yes.
I say these are some of the things we need to do. What you say?
What do you find that you need to do?
What you say?
Oh God.
We want to be like my.
I was a year Anthony Nupenu, a greater Accra region NDC executive or boy Juma pa. Tony, you know us because and then you have spoken like a true Ghanaian. And we have to do a politics beyond just and why are there? You have really done well. Hope seen as well a future MC for Ponkatamanso for Antique, Ponkatamanso for MC. And no, but hope see no busy Mubusas Argentina still yet to cement 50 Ghana cedis. But cement they say your business gas and for gas and so the last time I checked, the Norwegian company me wa. That yeah, I know na so Norwegian company. Kofi Mafu na busa asa question no na Francis Kofi Owusu Jeche no say ton ade pavement so there's a major problem in Ghana. Enti Vera Izuku or say how can I come to Ghana when there's no constant light in Ghana? A issue that be avem. Monya topic na mo discuss e my Vida Kofi no say adoye Ghana is whom you know and no na ekosunti. Jaisa okasa too much. Isaac also say no, we will come back to Ghana and we will come back to Ghana. I say we will not come back to Ghana. The chopping is too much. Also, I'm back Ghana be chopping no a door so do. I was we have enjoyed this program because we are no more and I a juma no ya na ma se Yakopon ya aduma ya be say share kai say Monday Wednesdays bia no ye share e wo jaso jumedie eso ye no abema odame na produce program no Michael Johansson and I sound engineer no hwe bibia ma ne koba said ba bibia be koso sanso and afrema bankro etwe atum social media ba bia me yete asem no wo so a wo hwe wo social media any radio so okay 101.7 FM Yakopon sha because wunti any betena ye adwuma no wunti and Ghana yen give you up wunti and Adebia we feel like at least enya kra let's keep talking, let's keep working for Ghana. Perhaps ebia ebeye ye dachi bia ama omano etumi aba neni mebusa ya na masi nyina ama mu nyina mu enehwe jaso media nwumere ya ma no good evening.
Economy, this be the economy, huh? Economy.